Welcome to Mountain West Football on Stadium. We are in Logan, Utah for the Utah State Aggies home opener as they are getting set to take on the Stony Brook Seawolves. In the preseason poll, Utah State number 2 in the Mountain Division. No surprise, they finished number 2 in the conference a year ago. Hello to everyone. Ari Wolf alongside former NFL wide receiver Eddie Royal. We're thrilled to have Eddie on the stadium broadcast with us. Now, for Stony Brook, what an opportunity for a really good FCS program to come into an FBS building and try to steal a victory.
Yeah, they get an opportunity to come in and play against a really good Utah State team. Come in here and prove to everybody that, hey, we can hang with these guys. And I think they got the team to do it.
All right, for Utah State, they're coming off a heartbreaking loss. They go across the country. They go to Wake Forest. They've got the ball, and they're ahead in the fourth quarter. They don't come up with the victory, but they are still one of the elite teams of the Mountain West. How do you think they react today at home?
I think they're going to score a lot of points. You know?
Yes.
They like to throw the football. They have Jordan Love, and he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So I think they're going to try to get to a fast start and throw the ball around a lot.
Well, Jordan Love is one of the elite quarterbacks in America, and if you don't believe me, believe this. Jordan Love for the Heisman, everybody. That's how good he is. He was unstoppable a year ago at home. They averaged almost 60 points a game. And Eddie, take us through the stat lines for Jordan Love.
Yeah, you take a look at this, and, I mean, the passing yards jump off the table to you, and he does everything the correct way. He gets the ball in the right spot when he needs to. He has great command of the offense, and I see why he's up for the Heisman.
He is a big physical talent at the wide receiver position, and a lot of NFL scouts have their eye on this guy, and many people think he could be a first-round pick next year.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you look at the assessment of him. He's got the size. He's got the accuracy. He can make all the throws, and his teammates love him. That's huge for a quarterback. You got to be a likable guy, and he's just that.
And the thing for Jordan Love is a week ago, he had the 3 touchdown passes, the 400-plus yards, but he had 3 interceptions. I got a feeling ball security will be paramount. Now, for Stony Brook, if they're going to get the upset, they're going to need to cause some turnovers, and they have an anchor on that defensive line in Sam Kamara, who they lean on a lot.
Yeah, Sam Kamara is a big guy, big physical guy. He embodies everything that Stony Brook wants to be on defense. Tough, physical, big, and he gets after the quarterback. And they're going to have to do that today to be able to beat Utah State.
Boy, they've got to deal with a lot of elements here. Utah State is so good at home, and you've got the altitude as well. So there's a lot of factors working against Stony Brook, and we're thrilled to bring in the third member of our broadcast team, Danny Kleppinger.
Thanks, guys. Excited to be here. And I just wanted to let all of you know, in case you've never seen one of our Facebook broadcasts before, because you are in for a real treat. Here's what makes it different than any other traditional TV broadcast. You get to be included in this game. Make sure you comment all game long. I've got my phone on with me to check your comments so you're talking to me. We'll have poll questions to get your opinion throughout the game. And then if you use the hashtag SB versus USU and post a photo to Instagram, your picture can show up right here on this broadcast. You're very much a part of this broadcast, just like I am and my friends up in the booth.
Thank you very much, Danny. She will be an integral part of today's broadcast. We've got great conditions here at Utah State as Mother Nature is cooperating. Crowd is good. They've got a look that's unique to Utah State. And for more on that, let's go back to Danny.
Striping the stadium, where all of the even-numbered sections wear white, all the odd numbers wear navy, and it is loud down here. You talked about the altitude earlier being a factor, but just this crowd noise can be a factor for Stony Brook as well. You know what? They are good at home here, this Utah State team. 8 straight wins here in this stadium, 16-7 overall, and this, standing down here, it's already loud, and this stadium hasn't even fully packed out yet.
All right, good stuff, Danny. Yeah, this is a very, very hard place to win if you're trying to come in here and get a victory. All right. Chuck Priori is the head coach for Stony Brook in his 14th season there. Last year they finished 7-5, 5-3 in the Colonial Athletic Association. They've made 4 trips to the FCS playoffs during his time as the head coach. And on the other side for Utah State, Gary Anderson in his second tour of duty at Utah State. He was here and did quite well, brought them from a team that really wasn't a factor to back-to-back winning seasons. He did a wonderful job. Then he moved on to Wisconsin, then Oregon State, and then when Matt Wells left after the 11-2 season, He goes to Texas Tech, and Gary Anderson is back for another run as the head coach at Utah State. And, Eddie, one of the things I really appreciated about what we learned from Gary Anderson, he said, as opposed to us installing our offense that the coaching staff is used to, he said, you know what, this team's great at what they do. Let's just go ahead and keep their offense and make the coaches learn that offense. And I thought that really showed a very unselfish attitude, a real team attitude from the head coach.
Yeah, that's very unique. You don't really find that in many places where they adopt to what the team's already doing, because a lot of times coaches are control freaks. So it shows you his true character, that he's able to come in, that he cares about the kids. It's them first, and we'll figure it out. So that was great to hear from him.
All right, we've got 15 minutes on the clock, and we are set for football here in Logan. Utah State won the coin toss. They defer. They'll get the ball at the start of the third quarter. Kicking it off for Utah State is one of the great kickers in America, Dominic Eberle. He's a senior from Germany. And we'll talk a lot more about him, but he's up for the Luke Rose Award for the third straight season. So he will kick things off. A couple guys deep. And we are underway. And there'll be no chance at a return for Constant. Constant, a graduate transfer from Bryant. And we're going to take a look at this Stony Brook offense led by their quarterback. He's a redshirt junior, Tyquell Fields. He won the battle. Jack Cassidy will also probably get some reps today. Fields, 6'2", 195 pounds. A week ago in their 35-10 win over Bryant, he was 10 for 20 for 194 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also carried the ball 8 times for 52 yards and a score. Isaiah White is the tailback to his right. He was a tailback his freshman year, then spent 3 years on the defensive side of the ball, and now back on the offensive side. So here we go. First play from scrimmage. Fields wants to throw it, and it's not an accurate pass as he was looking for Nick Anderson. What did you think the play call there, Eddie, to get your quarterback out into some space?
I love what they did. Stony Brook is known for running the ball, so of course Utah State is going to be all over it. Get a little play action, try to get your quarterback an easy completion and get his confidence up.
2nd and 10. Fields to throw again. Blitz is coming, and he completes it. That was a good throw under pressure. Constant makes the catch. Gain of 5.
Positive plays. I think that's what Stony Brook needs to do. I think that getting a first down on this first drive will be huge for them.
Well, because you know how fast Utah State plays, you just have to keep the ball. If they could somehow win the time of possession. But it's going to be a tall order against the Aggies here in Logan. 3rd down. Pressure is coming. Fields buying time, and he's in trouble. He just hucks it up. The ball was caught, but he was out of bounds. Zach Lucas, the target. Pretty good play by the tight end. He just ran out of real estate. So they will be forced to punt, and that will bring out Mitchell Wright to punt. Jordan Nathan is back deep, and he is a threat in the return game. And I introduced Eddie as a wide receiver, but also one of the elite return men in the game, so he'll be giving us his analysis on the kick returners throughout today's game. They go for the angled kick. And Nathan with the fair catch at the 28-yard line. All right, buckle up, everybody, because when Utah State has the football, you can't look away for even a second. They move in a hurry. I got a feeling, Eddie, you'd have liked to have played in this Utah State offense.
Would have loved it. A potential first-round quarterback and being able to score a lot of points and put up a lot of yards. It's an exciting offense to watch, and I'm sure it's an exciting one to play in.
Let's go to Danny.
Get involved. It's time for the viewers to get involved with our first poll question here. How many total touchdowns will Jordan Love have tonight? A, 1 to 3, B, 4, or more? Let us know.
All right, the catch is made by Scarver, junior from Las Vegas. Gain of 7, and they will never huddle up. Last year, they had 29 scoring drives of less than a minute. Here they keep it on the ground. It's Gerald Bright, and Bright gets it to the 39-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Aggies. Keegan Henderson with the tackle. Jordan Love looking downfield. Nice touch. And it's Jordan Nathan. And Nathan is brought down at the 35. Tell you, Eddie, if that throw keeps Jordan Nathan on the move, he might have scored there, but the pass was a little bit underthrown, and they're right back up on the ball. They complete it. It's Jordan Nathan again, and he's still on his feet, and he picks up a little more than 7 yards on first down.
I love the tempo. I love what they're doing. Stony Brook's playing in the altitude. That's going to affect this defensive line.
So you got to come in and play Utah State in their building. You got to deal with the altitude and the pace of play. So we'll have to keep an eye on what kind of defensive rotation they'll use, particularly with the big guys up front. And I'm sure Danny will be all over that. Fortunately, it's a nice, cool day out. And Jordan Nathan, and that pops out. Good defense there. Gavin Heslop makes the play. And Heslop, one of the team captains, starting his 27th straight game today. So 3rd and short. This could be 4-down territory. Keep it on the ground. Bright, good vision. And he gets to the 20-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love Gerald Bright's game. Physical, explosive runner.
Jordan Love gets it out in the flat to Devin Tompkins. And Tompkins, not much doing there. A gain of a couple on first down. Tompkins, a sophomore from Fort Myers, Florida. Last week he had a 56-yard touchdown. Love, plenty of time, going to the end zone, and Tompkins can't get to it.
Could be the nerves a little bit here. Jordan Love excited to be home, first opener, and a little bit inaccurate to start. That's not like Jordan Love. I'm sure he'll calm himself down and get it going.
And also keep in mind, the big thing that no one's talking about is they have 4 new offensive linemen. So even though you got all the skill guys back, you got the quarterback, that's a huge change to not have that cohesive group in front of them. Jordan Love to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Looking for Mariner. COC Mariner transfer, graduate transfer from Utah. Had a huge game last week. 8 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown. All right, let's go to Danny.
Well, guys, today is a very special day for me because I went to Stony Brook University. In fact, I was a 4-year basketball player there. I got a full ride scholarship. I also was homecoming queen there. So I really just had a great experience at Stony Brook. Being able to come back and cover them is very special for me as well, as you can imagine. So this has been a really great experience for me.
That is good stuff, yeah. We were fortunate that I was with you last year, Danny, when we had Stony Brook at Air Force. So back-to-back years, she gets to see her alma mater and gets paid to do it. It's a pretty good gig if you can find it. So Dominic Eberle just made arguably the ugliest field goal of his career, but he is one of America's best kickers. And the scoring drive took 2 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock, and he made it from 35. Boy, when he hit that one, I didn't think he had any chance of making that kick, but he squeezed it in. All right, so I want to get Eddie's take on the poll question. I mean, you got to ask the analyst. So as we see Gary Anderson back, I had mentioned that he's in his second stint. All right, so the poll question: does Jordan Love have up to 3 touchdown passes, or does he have more than 3?
If I'm a betting man, I'm going to go with more. I mean,
apparently you're with everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's Jordan Love. I mean, come on. The guy's a Heisman contender. He's at home, his first game, playing against Stony Brook. They're going to try to score a lot of points.
All right, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not going to take a side here. I'm just pointing this out. If they get up big, he might not get a chance to throw for maybe touchdowns 4 and 5.
We got a lot of time in this first half. I think he's got a shot at it.
I've seen them score at such a pace that I thought I was going to need a NASA calculator to keep up with all the yards and points. This team is very unique in how quickly they can score. But they get 3 points on the opening drive as the drive stalls as they got close to the red zone. So I feel like if you're Stony Brook and you can keep them to 3, that's a win for them defensively.
I think that was a win. You know, they came out. Jordan Love was a little inaccurate, and they got after him. I saw the defensive line, and they're playing some man-to-man. If they can match up with these receivers, that'll be big time for Stony Brook.
All right, let's go back down to Danny.
I I jumped the gun there in telling you about my Stony Brook journey because apparently the producers got some photos lined up to show you as well, which is always fun. It's fun to reminisce. I was down here talking to athletic director Sean Heilbrun. He was not my athletic director here, but he's really been able to just pull the alumni together. I've been back to the school multiple times, met the new basketball coach, always kind of stay in touch with the girls as well. I got 2 degrees there, a business degree and a journalism degree. They actually let me start my own web show, and so that's actually where I got my broadcasting debut, was at Stony Brook. The SID department allowed me to start this show called the Get Your Red On Minute. You may possibly see clips of that throughout this game. But yeah, that was my start, and I credit Stony Brook for that. I mean, don't look at our record win-wise.
Fair enough.
But you can check out my three-point shot because that was pretty dang good. I don't turn down any jumpers, guys. 0.
I like to hear that. Eddie was telling me he'd like to have a 3-point shooting contest with you at the half, so we're going to work on that. See if Eddie says he's got game, and he's going to show you what's
Eddie,
up.
the one thing I've learned about working with football players is they all think they can hoop, and I've learned that they can't.
I'm the one that actually can.
I don't know.
Yes. Tell her, Eddie.
I'm not so sure. My
jumper
jumper
stuff. Look, I'll take Danny on my team anytime. She can play.
Yeah, she had pretty good form right there.
All right, second drive for Stony Brook. Tyquell Fields on the opening drive, 1 for 3 for 5 yards. They were not able to come up with a first down. And Fields wants to throw it again, and this time it's complete to Nick Anderson, who stumbles. The turf monster got him after a gain of 5.
Very good play design. They're playing man-to-man, and the guy got held up and couldn't get over there to make the play. That could have been a big-time gain. These are plays that Stony Brook has to make. You got to capitalize on a situation like that.
First time that Stony Brook has played in the state of Utah. Welcome to the Beehive State. So far, I actually feel like they've been very gracious hosts, Utah State. Sometimes it's already 14-0 at this point. On the ground, it's Isaiah White, and really not much room to work with.
Not much on the run, but that's their identity. They want to run the ball, play action, and they're not going to get away from that. So Isaiah, he's going to have to run the ball and be a physical back just like he is. He's a captain on the team, so he needs to play well today.
And as Chuck Priori told us when I asked him keys, he said, number one, have no fear. You got to go in there and believe you can play with a team that's, a higher level. FCS versus FBS. 3rd and short and a flag before the play. It's going to be a false start. McLean, the guilty party. The right tackle. Now 3rd and a little bit longer. Blitz is coming. Fields delivers, and he overthrows Constant, who had found some space. It was a better throw. Could have been a big play for the Seawolves.
Yeah, another missed opportunity. Fields has got to calm down a little bit. He needs to be a consistent thrower of the football to be able to beat this Utah State team. We know that Fields can make plays with his feet, but the question mark is, can he make all the throws?
Mitchell Wright on to punt. The Australian from one of my favorite cities in the world, Sydney, Australia. He's a redshirt junior. And he tried to go with the directional punt the first time, and Jordan Nathan was forced to fair catch it. And he'll fair catch again, this time from his own 28-yard line. 44-yard punt. Nothing on the return. And Jordan Love, the offense, set to go back to work. Love in his career 14-6 as a starter. He needs 9 more wins as a starter for the school record, and he frankly could accomplish that this season. Jalen Warren in the game, junior college transfer. They really like this guy. Played at Snow College last week, averaged 7.4 yards per carry. He had 19 carries for 141 yards, and he had 2 big runs, one of 59 and another 43 yards. And they give it to Warren. And good job by the Seawolves, just a gain of a couple. Sam Kamara, who we talked about in the open, in there to make the play, number 5.
And that's the main thing Stony Brook wanted to do. They wanted to come in and stop the run.
Again, they go to the ground game, and good cutback by Warren as he gets to the 35. It'll bring up 3rd and short. Justin Burns in on the play, 48, one of the safeties. He's just a sophomore. Play action, Love delivers, it's complete, 1st down. Caleb Rep makes the catch. Rep, a graduate transfer from Utah. Started his college career at Oregon, then went to Utah, now at Utah State. Jordan Love completes it. Mariner makes the catch. Cioce Mariner, gain of 9 on the play. Bring up 2nd and short. They get it out quickly to Rep, and Rep, we're going to mark him out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So a couple of catches on this drive for the big tight end. He's 6'5", 225 pounds.
Rep is an athletic tight end out there, and he can make plays. The guy was a defensive end last year, so that tells you the type of athlete that he is. He's a big guy, but he can also run. He was a security blanket guy for Jordan Love last week against Wake Forest, and he's already out here making big plays already.
An injury timeout on the field as a player shaken up. It's Augie Contressa, a redshirt junior from Comac, New York, but he was able to walk off on his own. So just getting going here, 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go, opening quarter. So glad you're with us as Stadium Network presents Mountain West Football on Facebook. Ari Wolf, Eddie Royal, Danny Kluppinger, and our entire crew. So glad you're with us for your college football Saturday. Eddie, what's your takeaway from what you've seen so far?
I think Stony Brook's doing a great job. I mean, you're only down 3 points midway through the first quarter. You got to be happy with that. Utah State's a team that scores a lot of points, and they're playing pretty good defense right now.
Obviously, there's a lot of excitement for the first home game, but you sensing that there's any letdown from the loss at Wake Forest? Because they went in there believing they could beat Wake Forest. They had chances to beat Wake Forest, and then you don't do it. There's got to be some kind of an emotional letdown. Just
a little bit. You know, you expected to win that game. They played so well up until the end. It's kind of similar to the year before with Michigan State.
Right, exactly.
You felt like you had the big win that the program's been searching for, and then at the end of the game you lose it. So, I mean, this Utah State team is a good football team. They just need that signature win.
Copy that. Let's go down and check it with Danny.
Well, I just want to make another call to viewers here, Ari, because I have been checking the Instagram and I haven't seen any photos yet, and I don't understand what's going on. I know you guys are tuning into this game. Make sure you post a photo. I'm going to give you that hashtag one more time. It's SB versus USU, SB vs USU. Use that hashtag, and I'm going to show your photo right here for all these viewers to see. We want to see if you're rooting for Stony Brook. Are you a Utah State fan living somewhere else? Let us know.
I mean, Danny, you don't even have the photo of the three of us. I mean, I posted that. I put the hashtag. That doesn't count because it's us.
Count. That should count. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, we can only do what we can. We want everyone to join the conversation on Facebook. All right, 1st and 10 for the Aggies at the 36-yard line. And Love keeps it, and Love is out of bounds inside the 15. He had everybody fooled as Justin Burns finally tracked him down, but a real nice disguised play there by Jordan Love.
It's great to see him get outside. He's an athletic guy. He's not known for running the ball, but right here he keeps it and gets out of bounds.
So now the ball at the 5. They could still get a first down. Warren has the first down, still fighting to get into the end zone. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're saying the ball came out, and Stony Brook has the football.
Really on the field is a fumble recovered by defense. First down, Stony Brook.
Wow, if Stony Brook can come up with it. Justin Burns came out with the football. We'll have to take another look at this, Eddie, and see if it actually is a fumble. Oh, he's down.
Yeah, I think he's down.
What are they watching? He was down, had his elbow down, his knee down. That's not a fumble. That'll be reviewed.
That'll be
do not let them run another play.
I'll tell you what, I do like what Utah State did.
The previous play is under further review.
This review should take all of the time it takes to watch the play. One time.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be Utah State ball. I like to talk about the Jordan Love run. Now Stony Brook has to honor Jordan Love keeping the ball. So that adds another dimension to the offense and another thing that Stony Brook is going to have to worry about.
All right, they're reviewing this, but it looked pretty clear to the two of us up here that it's going to be Utah State. And Love got him in close with that 22-yard keeper. All right, let's take another look at it. Jalen Warren, it appears right here he's down. He still had the ball, and he literally set the ball down.
It's almost embarrassing that was called a fumble on the field, you know. We all see it clearly. I still don't know what's taking him so long, but
I mean, honestly, he literally was done with the play and left the ball there so that they could place it and start the next play.
It's what happens after every play, so I'm shocked that this was even ruled.
What was he supposed to do, hold it and bring it over to the official?
He might need to start doing that.
I mean, if they think that's a fumble.
Yeah. Hey, it's the beginning of the season for the refs, too.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Stony Brook, first down.
Hold on a minute. Seriously, my head's going to pop off.
Oh, my God. They got to be
They
joking.
must be kidding. This has got to be a bad joke. Wow. That's – I don't want to say anything I'll regret, but that's one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in 20-plus years of calling live events.
Can we throw a flag on the field? I mean
they've got to be kidding me. Literally, the play was over, and he put the ball down. I really can't wait to see the replay official in the elevator when we leave this game. I'd like him to just explain to me what possibly he could have saw there. Fields is going to keep it, and he gets out to the 6-yard line. David Woodward with the stop, and Woodward coming off just an incredible game against Wake Forest. A career-high 24 tackles, 3.5 tackles for a loss, a sack, and 2 forced fumbles. He is the star of the defense. He's number 9. Neckhead in at running back. Fields, back shoulder throw, and the receiver fell down.
Only 2 receivers out. They were in max protection. Tried to get the ball downfield and see if they can make a play. Really good coverage right there. I'd like to see Stony Brook to continue to take shots downfield to try to make some plays.
Third down. Fields throws, and it appears to be complete. A late flag comes in, but it will be enough for a first down as Helms makes the catch. If the play stands, they'll have first down at their own 15.
Eligible downfield, number 59, offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, replay, third down.
Well, you know, Eddie, you brought it up. They've had opportunities. They're hurting themselves.
Yeah, even the refs tried to help them out. So they got.
Well played, my friend. Welcome to calling games. You just nailed it. I promise you we're going to be talking about that call for the rest of our friendship, Eddie, because that's going to go down as one of the worst ones I've seen. Fields throws it up for grabs. It got tipped, and it's incomplete. Stony Brook catches a break. That was dangerous. DJ Williams in coverage, one of the captains. He's a stud senior corner from Tennessee. Brandon Benson was the intended target.
They brought nickel pressure. They were able to get a hand on the ball. They wanted to take a shot at DJ Williams, a smaller corner at 5'9". I think they saw the tape last week and saw Wake Forest hit a couple long completions on DJ Williams. So I see why they tried to take a shot right there.
Mitchell Wright on to punt. He's got to be careful. He's really close to the back of the end zone. Two guys are back deep. And it's going to be Devin Tompkins. And Tompkins off to the races. Tompkins inside the 20. And he'll take it for 6. Touchdown, Aggies.
Big time return by Devin Tompkins. He gets the ball. The blocker set it up perfectly. This guy's a 4-3. Anytime he gets a chance in an open field, he's going to take it to the house. We saw a glimpse of that last week against Wake Forest when he took a bubble screen 59 yards for the long touchdown. Another example of a big-time playmaker on this Utah State team.
It's officially ruled a 45-yard punt return for the touchdown for Tompkins. Dominic Eberle on for the extra point, and he has never missed an extra point in his brilliant career. That's 128 straight extra points for Dominic Eberle.
There's not much to it. It's just great blocking here. Utah State does a great job of getting a hat on a hat and allowing their playmakers to make a play.
So just tell me, had that been you, you would have made that play right now.
I think I still got it.
I think you do.
I don't know if I'm a 4-3 anymore, but I think I could have made it in
I
on
think
there.
you could have with 4-4. You could have scored there.
I think you could have made it in there.
Oh, wow. Now we're just handing out compliments. Or it was the fact that it really was great blocking and made it very easy. So 10-0 our score, Utah State in front. And let's go to Danny.
Well, guys, I love this comparison between the two of you, like who can be faster. Earlier, we were talking about how you guys are similar in height and who has the bigger arms. And in fact, that's shown in Ari's photo that he posted. Now, you guys, the viewers, can see them up close next to each other. I'm standing in the middle. I mean, who's stronger? Guys, I'm curious to know, Ari, how much you work out compared to Eddie. Maybe we'll bring that up in a second. But first, real men wear kilts. And Riker, the striker, is showing off his kilts. And with his friends in the tailgater as well, they're cheering on the Aggies. Keep those photos coming in. I'm starting to see more and more show up on Instagram. But guys, whose arms are bigger?
I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, Eddie's are bigger. I just like I'm even in the conversation. I'll take second place next to Eddie all day, every day.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it was only 2016 season. He's playing in the NFL. Now, I want to brag a little bit about Eddie. For those of you who may not know, his rookie year, 91 receptions. Second most ever by a rookie in NFL history. Second round pick of the Denver Broncos. So you came on and made your presence felt immediately in the National Football League. What was the transition like for you going from Virginia Tech to the National Football League?
I wouldn't say it was easy, but it wasn't as tough as everybody had explained it to be. You know, it was still guys that were fast, guys that were big. But I was lucky to come in and play under a coach, and Coach Shanahan, he just made the transition seamless. You know, he explained everything to me in great detail. I had great teammates to help me out. I got a chance to practice against Champ Bailey every day. So it's hard not to get better when you're going against a future Hall of Famer.
That's pretty cool. Then you stayed in the division, went to play for the Chargers. I mean, you had confused fan bases. Do they root for Eddie? Do they root against Eddie?
I'll tell you what, when I came back for the first time, they booed me.
Oh,
it hurt.
They were hurt. They were hurt. That's why they were booing. So they want our guy back. Eberle kicks it off. Constant's going to let that one bounce. Well, the AFC West had a significant day already today. Antonio Brown no longer with the Oakland Raiders. And with my job at NFL Network in the news department, we talked a lot about Antonio throughout training camp. And the craziest part is he's never going to play a single down for them in the regular season.
Yeah, gave up a lot of money, too.
A lot of money. But he's now a New England Patriot. How does that sound? Tom Brady to Antonio Brown doesn't really seem fair.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, scary. I heard in Las Vegas that the Chiefs went from being favorites, now the Patriots are once again favorites. 1st and 10 for the Seawolves from their own 25. And no place to go for Isaiah White. So here's the big problem as Dalton Baker comes through the side. Eddie, if you're built to run the football and you go up against a team that you really don't feel like you can run it against, then what's plan B?
You kind of stick to what you know. You don't lose your identity. That's something that Coach Priori talked about. He said we wanted to come in and create our identity. That's running the ball and play action. You got to stick to it. And if you don't win, you don't win. But don't get outside of your comfort zone.
Fields with time. Just not a really accurate throw. Looking for Nick Anderson. Have you noticed that it seems that Fields oftentimes is throwing too much just with his arm? He doesn't seem to get his body into it. He's off his back foot.
Yeah, and that's something that he could be in his head too much. He needs to just relax and play the game and let it come to him. Maybe try to make a couple plays with his feet, get hit a couple times, and then he'll be able to relax and just play ball.
3rd and long for the Seawolves. They've yet to convert on 3rd down in the game. Fields this time has a nice pocket. Anderson has it, and again for the 2nd time in the first half, I wonder if Fields has the wrong shoes on. Has that ever happened to you where you're on a surface and you had to change shoes because they just weren't working for you?
I've had to change shoes, change gloves, everything. If I drop a ball, I'm changing my gloves. If I slip and fall, I'm changing my cleats.
That's the 2nd time that he's just tackled himself. So it makes me wonder if it's something with the footwear.
You know what? It could be nerves. When you get too excited, you get too anxious, you end up stumbling and making plays like this.
Nathan and Tompkins are deep again. The last one was returned for a touchdown. More of a traditional style punt this time, and a good one. Fair catch made by Jordan Nathan back inside their own 30. 45-yard punt. Well, if you're the Seawolves and they told you that at this point in the first quarter, 6-11, that Jordan Love would not have thrown a touchdown pass, you'd probably feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, and only to be down 10-0. I mean, hey, and if I'm Coach Thompson, I might think about kicking the ball away from these returners. They're big play guys, and why give up an easy touchdown again?
Jordan Nathan goes in motion along with the rep. So they're now at the top part of your screen. Empty backfield. They're going to swing it out to Gerald Brighton. He's hit right away. Great defense as they had that one sniffed out right away as Contressa comes up to make the play.
Contressa, he diagnosed it right away. He was able to come up and make a big-time stop. 7 tackles last week. He's key.
Jordan Love. And that's tipped up in the air. Almost a chance for the Seawolves. He was looking for Taylor Compton, who's from right here in Logan.
Those are the plays that Jordan Love needs to get away from. Trying to do too much. He needs to just be a little bit more cautious with the ball and maybe throw that one away.
And we've got movement. And they were showing blitz, I think, Utah State. Oh, they're going to review it. It must have been something after it, like there was a hit to a defenseless player. We'll have to take another look. I don't know what they're looking at here. Now, we already had one thing looked at, and we're completely baffled by the call, so I have no idea what they're looking at here. They're looking for targeting. So Compton was the intended target, and I believe Contressa, number 8, was the guy who came up. I didn't see anything in real time that made me think this might be targeting.
Maybe a hit to the helmet. Yeah,
there is a hit to the helmet on Kirsten Johnson. That's actually very well done by the officiating crew, because it was when the ball got tipped up in the air, it was like a free shot, 24 takes. All right, so ball gets tipped, and then he just launches himself into the receiver.
After review, personal foul targeting number 24, Stony Brook. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 24 is disqualified from the contest.
Okay, so this is not a real deep team at the FCS level, so taking out one of your starting linebackers, that's tough. So Johnson's done for the day.
It's a very good call, though.
It is a good call. I mean, he launched himself into a defenseless player.
Yeah, I like what the refs did there, trying to take care of the players on the field.
Jordan Love completes it to Scarver. How did Scarver make the play? Now, there's a flag all the way back at the 38-yard line, but all right, here's the call. All right, so offsides on Kamara. So they will turn that penalty down.
It's great awareness by Jordan Love. You noticed that a guy jumped off sides and he took his shot down the field. He had nothing to lose. Savon Scarver came up with the big catch.
We've got a timeout. I think that they want to challenge whether or not it was a catch.
The coaches challenged the previous play that the ball hit the ground and was not a complete pass. Previous plays under further review.
All right, so they're going to review whether or not this was a catch or not.
It's a good challenge.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah,
I mean, it was a circus catch if it was a catch. And he was right there. He was pretty close. Let's look. I mean, he had a pretty good grip on it. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, I see the bobble, but I can't really tell if the ball hits the ground or not. The ball touches that ground and, ooh, the point hits the ground.
But did he maintain control, or is that when it got loose?
He bobbled it a little bit. I could see them overturning this play. I had a similar play like that for a touchdown, and it got called back, so.
Well, for a long time, we haven't been able to figure out what's a catch and what's not a catch. This seems to me just goes with, it's part of the program in football.
Yeah, I don't know that we know yet. So maybe they can help us out with this one. Yeah, right there, he clearly has it.
Yeah, his body is sort of, it's screening us. All right, we've just been told they're changing it to an incomplete pass. So a very good decision to have them take another look at it. This has been one bizarre first quarter.
Really has. But I tell you what, I like the aggressiveness of Jordan Love. He saw Savon Scarver with one-on-one coverage. Scarver's a track guy. He can run. Anytime you get man-to-man over there, I throw it up and see if he can make a play.
So they're just sorting out the logistics of it, but the call has been made, is my understanding.
I think this slow pace is actually helping Stony Brook
for
out a
sure,
lot.
right?
Yeah.
Let them catch their breath. All right, well, they're figuring it out. Let's go to Danny.
Well, guys, I just wanted to add to this conversation a little bit because from down here, they're showing it on the Jumbotron, that replay over and over again. And in my experience, coaches don't want you to show those replays unless it looks like it's going in the home team's favor. In fact, I remember when I worked for the Rams, Jeff Fisher yelled at me for some reason, thinking that he was yelling up at the box, but replaying a play that does not benefit the home team. So you must think whoever's up there running that Jumbotron must have thought it was a catch.
Okay, so here we go. It's an incomplete pass. They will enforce the
After
offside
further
penalty.
review, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The ball will be returned to the 35-yard line. Offsides, number 5, defense. That 5-yard penalty would be enforced from the 35-yard line to the 40. Replay first down. Please put 5 seconds back on the game clock. 5.34, 5.35, 5:39.
I think it's fair to say that this has been a challenging first quarter for our officials here in Logan, and let's just hope that there are less controversial plays and we can get this game moving. So 1st and 5 from the 40-yard line.
Another win for Stony Brook.
Yeah,
Right?
they are getting the benefit.
They got to make the most of it. They got to find a way to get some points on the board to try to gain some type of momentum. The defense is doing a great job right now.
Nathan with it, and that's great defense from the Seawolves. No place to go. Contressa, along with a couple of his teammates, able to limit that to just a few yards on the play. Jordan Love on target. It's Rep again. Rep having a real solid first half. Last week he had 3 catches for 59 yards. He's already got 3 catches here in the opening quarter. Jordan Love completes it. Mariner the catch, and he's really been a nice addition, Eddie. Mariner seems to be fitting in very quickly into this offense.
He's the perfect complement to the other receivers. He's a bigger guy, strong hands. 3rd and short, you look for Mariner to make a play for you.
And Jordan Love keeps it, and he made one guy miss. He takes a pretty good hit from Brandon Lopez.
I tell you what, that's a heck of a play by Brandon Lopez. If he doesn't make this play, Jordan Love could take it to the house. That's a big guy giving extra effort to get over there to make a play.
Gerald Bright has the first down and more as he's brought down inside the 40-yard line. Bright, a senior from Pensacola, Florida. He shared the running back duties a year ago with Darwin Thompson, who's now making his living as he made the 53-man roster of the Kansas City Chiefs. Real impressive, Darwin Thompson. We've got an injury on the field, so while we have time, let's go to Danny.
Guys, while we figure out what is going on down here, I'll check that out in just a second. But first, I wanted to introduce another poll question here for our viewers. How many wins for Utah State this year? Remember, they had 11 wins last season. We've watched a little snippet of them here today. So A, 10 or more, B, 8 to 9, C, 6 to 7, or D, 5 or less. I have a hard time imagining, guys, that it could be D, but maybe your first opinions off of that?
Well, what do you think, Eddie? I'm going with they're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I'm not really going to say the number. I want to stay on Gary Anderson's good terms, so I'll just say that they're going to have a really good season and win a lot of games.
First and 10 from the 39. Jordan Love checks it down, gets it to Bright, and Bright makes a guy miss, and he's out of bounds at the 32. Nifty move. Elijah Duff finally forced him out of bounds.
This looks like a routine play, but Jordan Love gets to his 3rd option.
Bright, and he gets hit hard, but falls forward and has enough for the first down. Jordan Love off his back foot to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Aggies. Mariner with the catch. 29-yard score.
CLC Mariner on the backside post. This is a play that you never really get the ball on this play. You're just running for the love of the game. The only quarterbacks that ever throw this ball is Aaron Rodgers. And Jordan Love just showed that he can make that throw also.
Eberle's extra point is up and good, but we've got flags on the play. So let's wait and see what it is. If it's on the defense, which it appears that it is for Eberle, that's now 129 straight extra points made in his career.
PAT is good. During the play, leaping, number 42, Stony Brook. That 15-yard penalty be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, Danny, what do you got?
Well, you guys have been mentioning Jordan Love for Heisman. Well, this school is trying everything they can, pulling out all the stops. First of all, there's a Jordan Love for Heisman notebook that they're giving to all media members that are here, but what better way to spread the word than through the media? But get this is even better. Jordan Love candy, little hearts like from Valentine's Day, and on these it says Heisman and vote 10, because 10 can also spell out LOVE, right? With the hashtag Love for Heisman. These are little candies that they're passing out to people. In fact, Jordan Love even took it with him to the media days for this conference in order to pass this out to the media, get the conversation going. When you're not in a Power 5 school, it's hard to get recognized. So it's really cool the innovation that they've got going on for these things. And a fun other side note with these, when I ran for student council in high school, I made these. It said vote for Danny.
All right, look at that personal experience involved. Eddie, did you try the candies yet? Have we broken them out?
I tried them. They're not bad.
Well,
They're
now,
not bad? Okay.
well, now that I've shown you guys them, now it's time to eat.
Yeah, I mean, get yourself a little something sweet down there.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, they kicked off from the 50, but there's still a flag at the 48-yard line. If you're wondering, total yards thus far, Utah State 181, Stony Brook 24.
Offsides, kicking team, number 5. 5-yard penalty placed at the end of the kick. Stony Brook, first down.
All right, Eddie, if you're Stony Brook, you still got 3:27 in the opening quarter. You're down 17-0. Their inability to run the football, they just can't give their defense a rest.
Yeah, I'd take a shot. I want to see big plays, and they need to make one. They need a momentum swing right now. They need some type of confidence builder, and I think taking a shot downfield, whether it's a pass interference or a completion, it would help them out.
Fields, I thought, he's going to take off and run and get up to the 37-yard line. Good decision there from Fields, because he has the ability to get out of the pocket.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. I like to see them get him on the edge. If it's not there, if the first and second read's not there, then take off and try to make a play with your feet.
First downs have been real hard to come by. Seawolves still searching for their first. Utah State already has 12 first downs. And we've got movement up front. So it seems that every time they do something positive, they make some kind of mistake, which backs them up.
Yeah, this is a young, inexperienced team.
Ball start, number 72, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Go to Torrey, redshirt senior center, guilty. So that'll make it much more challenging for them at 2nd and 8. Fields is just 3 for 9, passing for 15 yards. They're going to keep it on the ground. Check that. It reverted back to 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This is a tough spot for a young quarterback. You know that you're going to throw the ball here. I maybe expect Utah State to bring some pressure, try to create a turnover.
Third down. They're 0 for 4 so far. Can the Seawolves make a play on third down? Fields has a decent pocket, and that's incomplete. He tried to just guide that throw to Andrew Trent.
Yeah, I think he just needs to relax. Just let the game come to him. He's trying to be perfect right now. I know he feels like Utah State is a better team than Stony Brook, but he can't go out there and try to be perfect. That's a throw that he makes every day, and he needs to be able to complete that pass.
Mitchell Wright on for another punt. He's been busy here in this opening quarter. Nice punt this time. Jordan Nathan, a fair catch at his own 21-yard line. 45 yards on the punt. Every punter, Eddie, you'll learn if you continue to work in the Mountain West, they like to come up and play at altitude. Really helps the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, pad the stats a little bit. I'd imagine each kicker would love to come up here.
Let me just tell you, if you played for the Broncos, I guarantee those kickers would not have the same distance if they were playing in Jacksonville at sea level.
Exactly.
All right, Danny, what's going on?
I just want to check back in with that poll. Our viewers, most of the people think 8 to 9 wins for this Utah State team, 54%. And Eddie, you said you didn't want to make Coach Anderson mad, but I'm going to push a little further. Does that mean that you're agreeing with this 54% and that you don't think they'll get to double digits?
Yeah, they have a tough schedule, you know, and I believe in Jordan Love, but 10 wins is going to be a tough task.
Well, last year they won 11 games, and it was almost the perfect season until they went up to Boise State and couldn't come up with the win. So they only lost to Michigan State and Boise State a year ago. Jordan Love sets up the screen to Warren. Warren breaks the tackle, and he gets hit from behind. Good hustle there. Gilzine, number 96, the big fella, tracks him down from behind.
The extra effort of these linemen, they really limit in the big plays. That was 2 big plays that the defensive lineman from Stony Brook made to stop a drive that could have been a big play.
What will they dial up on third down? They've been good on third down, 3 for 4, make it 4 for 5. Scarver the catch, beautiful throw.
Excellent route, excellent throw. That's an NFL throw right there. An out route coming from the far hash. Tough throw, great completion.
Love, and he gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. I got to tell you, his play fakes have improved from a year ago, because I don't remember this many times last year thinking that he kept the football. I mean, he's gotten very good at it. Love with time, and Scarver had a chance at it but can't make the catch.
Just another example of a great throw. Great touch on that to get it over the defender. But I tell you what, Jordan Love is taking off a lot. I kind of like seeing it, but also I'm worried a little bit. If I'm Utah State fans, I'm like, hold on, don't run too much. We need you for the season, buddy.
But that's the argument. Do you want him to play free and not be worried about getting hurt, or do you want him to protect himself, to preserve himself? It's always a fine line. What's the right decision?
Protect that right arm.
He's a franchise quarterback, right?
There you go.
Love right on target, and it's Compton with real estate to work with, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Wide open. It had to be some confusion in the secondary. He was running free. Secondary's got to get on the right track. They got to communicate a little bit better.
Love completes it again. It's Compton. And Compton gets to the 28-yard line, a gain of 16 for Compton.
Tell you what, that secondary is looking a little bit winded. I think the altitude is finally getting to them.
One quarter is complete at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. And no surprise, the Aggies have jumped in front as they lead 17-0 after 15 minutes of play. Welcome back. Great fan support here, always at Maverick Stadium. Eddie, what'd you take away from the first quarter?
I like what I see from Stony Brook. I know the score doesn't show it, but that secondary and that defense is playing hard. And when you limit this Utah State team that's scoring a lot of points to 17 points in the first quarter, I think they've done a great job. I do want to see their offense create a little bit more momentum, maybe take a little bit more shots, a few more shots down the field, because I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball in this Utah State defense.
Yeah, I don't see him running the ball effectively. Now, what's also hurt Stony Brook is they have 6 penalties for 48 yards.
Yeah, when you come on the road, you can't have penalties. You got to do all the little things to win a game on the road, especially against a great team like Utah State.
Jordan Love, a couple of pump fakes, and he's going to throw that one away. Devin Tompkins, the intended target.
It's outstanding coverage by the secondary right there. Stayed disciplined. They tried to get him with a trick play, but they stayed disciplined in what they were doing and didn't take the bait.
Now, sometimes they literally get up to the line and hike it right away. But the beauty of it is they never huddle. So even if they decide they want to change things, they always have a ton of time left on the play clock. Love completes that to Tompkins.
I love the hurry up. It gives the coaches a chance to see what Stony Brook is doing on defense and then dial up the right play to beat the coverage that Stony Brook is playing.
Get this. Jordan Love is 18 for 24 for 163 yards. Last week he set a career high in attempts with 48, completions with 33. He might get to that by the half. Love to throw. Going up over the top. Looking for 6. It's caught. Was he in? No. Scarver made the catch but ruled out of bounds.
I love it. Jordan Love recognized man-to-man defense again with Scarver, and he took a shot. And you never really know. Hey, we could take a look at the replay and see what happens. It could be closer than we think. But nah.
All right, let's take a closer look.
Nah, he didn't get it. He didn't get a foot in.
37-yard attempt for Dominic Eberle. He had 141 points last year to set a school record. Kick has the distance, and it is good. So he's 2 for 2, and the lead is now 20-0. And we go to Danny.
All right, Eddie, I just want to give a shout out to our viewers because they are posting pictures once again. Remember, that is hashtag SB versus USU. Let's take a look at some of them right now. We've got Amber Mick that posted this sweet little baby. Leland is the name. I love that. So cute, right? And then we've got Cormel 12 getting in on the action. And then check out Jenny, the MK girl. She's got a whole Aggie crew there cheering on these Aggies. I've got to put a call straight up now out to my Stony Brook people because, guys, I'm not seeing any Stony Brook love. And once again, I'm here down on the field. I graduated from Stony Brook. Guys, give me some love there from the Seawolves. Hashtag SB versus USU.
I mean, that's a call to get to work out there, Seawolves fans. You got to represent Danny. He's working hard down there. Eberle the kick. Wow, that was really close to going out of bounds and giving the Seawolves great field position, but it's going to be a touchback. So for the Seawolves in the game so far, they have just 33 total yards of offense.
I got to mention it. Some little kids just ran on the field and did a cute little dance. It got the crowd going. And
he goes to pick up the tee after every kickoff, and so you always hear the fans loving it.
They just go crazy.
Yeah, well, he's a cute kid.
Gotta love it.
Shows he got a little shake to him.
Yeah.
All right, We got a new quarterback in the game. Jack Cassidy's in at quarterback. He's a redshirt junior, just like Fields. See if he can help this offense pick up some first downs. And the give is Isaiah White, and no place to go. He gets punished at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're trying to stay true to their identity. I'm not sure it's going to work. You bring in Jack Cassidy. He's a better thrower of the football, so they're hoping that he can give them the boost and the momentum that they need to maybe make some big plays down the field, but we'll see.
If nothing else, if they could just pick up a few first downs and take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, let their defense rest. Cassidy to throw. On target, catches made by Nick Anderson, and that's a far more accurate throw, Eddie, than we saw from Tyquell Fields.
Yeah, that's what you need, and they're trying to take advantage of DJ Williams playing off. They made the correct call to run the out route. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to look to that matchup. DJ Williams is down there by himself alone on an island.
Cassidy changing the play. And on the ground, the offensive line there gets a nice push, Eddie, and they pick up 7 yards on first down.
I like it, and this is why you bring in the new quarterback. Maybe try to get some more momentum going, get a few positive plays, and, hey, maybe you could get some points on the board. I still like the matchup at the bottom. I'm just seeing it. It's one-on-one. Why not try a double move or something, get a big play going.
Pressure coming, they pick it up, and that's it. Not a good decision. I know you like that matchup, but Williams was right there.
Yeah, and you run the out route. DJ Williams is a smart cornerback. He just saw a similar route. I think an out and up would have worked perfect right there, but that's a great play by a veteran cornerback to come up and make that play. Wanting to bounce back after a tough week last week against Wake Forest.
Cassidy, crowded pocket, but completes it on time to Anderson. And we're definitely seeing Cassidy give this offense a little bit of a spark.
And we're seeing right away, Cassidy has a favorite target, and I think it's Nick Anderson. If I'm Stony Brook, I'd keep going at that matchup. I'd make Utah State get out of the defense that they're playing and maybe switch to a zone.
Anderson's had a lot of injuries in his career, but he looks healthy out there today. Anderson coming in with just 1 catch for 50 yards on the season. He's got 4 catches for 30 yards so far. Cassidy pressure in his face, and he got it. It's Isaiah White, but I don't think he was ready for the ball to get there. Because Cassidy had to get rid of it a little bit before he wanted to. And Tipa got in there. Tipa Nalei, one of the elite defensive ends in America, transfer from TCU. He was great a year ago. And he's preseason all Mountain West on the Bednarik watch list. This team, you can make a case their 2 best players are wearing number 10. Jordan Love on offense and Tipa on defense. Cassidy with time delivers on target again. It's close to the spot, no signal yet. Brandon Benson makes the catch.
Cassidy likes the short side of the field. It's an easier throw for a quarterback. We don't have to throw it across the field. It's a shorter throw. You feel more confident in it, and he's had success attacking DJ Williams.
On the ground, it's Neckhet, and Neckhet picks up a couple yards. This is a real nice drive the Seawolves are putting together, by far their best of the day.
Yeah, I tell you what, regardless if they get points or not, it's a positive drive for them, keeping Jordan Love off this field and keeping points off the board.
Second down. Cassidy, the throw. And does he hold on? Yes. Catch again made by Brandon Benson. It's quite a drive the Seawolves have going.
Yeah, I think they're setting DJ Williams up for a double move. They got to be. They've run 3 out routes on him, and he's jumped 2 of them. So I'm anxious to see if they'll actually throw that out and up in there, give their receiver a chance to make a play for their team.
Yeah, Benson 6'1". They list DJ Williams at 5'9", but I think that's a little generous. I've been down on field level. I think maybe an inch or two shorter than that.
Yeah, people tend to lie. I lied on my driver's license about my height. It happens.
Appreciate the honesty. Neckhet, the ball carrier. Look, the Seawolves want to get points. They're trying to win, but really, they got a whole season in front of them at the FCS level. This kind of drive, one would think, could really give them some confidence. Believe that they can play with Utah State. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more Jack Cassidy.
Yeah, I think he might have just won this starting quarterback job with just this drive alone. He's gotten this offense going.
Cassidy off his back foot, and that's going to be picked off. Not a good decision that time. He had pressure in his face, couldn't get much on the throw. And Utah State comes up with the interception. Andre Grayson makes the play. So what was a great drive for the Seawolves ends here due to the pressure.
Yeah, unfortunate play. The back tries to pick up a defensive end, and he couldn't get his hands down. Normally you tell the running back to cut a bigger defender. If you can't block him straight up, you take his legs from out of him to avoid plays like that.
Nick Hedinger brought the pressure, and Grayson gets the interception.
Unfortunate end to a great drive by Stony Brook.
Gerald Bright, nice carry, gets him out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Love the toughness of Bright. He's a guy that's been around with the program.
And Gerald Bright, another carry. Casey Williams, number 2, brings him down. But enough for a Utah State first down. And that is caught by Mariner, and if that tackle isn't made, he's still running.
Another example of an accurate throw from Jordan Love. I don't see TJ Morrison out there on the field. Accurate throw.
Gain of 12.
The play action fake.
And that ball is tipped. It'll be incomplete.
You mentioned Jordan Love's play action fakes. He gets the linebackers to bite up. He's able to hit Scarver right behind the linebackers. Big time game for the Aggies.
Love pressure there, and he's manages to complete it to Mariner. Now let's just see where the spot is. They had to get to the 40, and they're going to give him enough for a first down.
Yeah, I see TJ Morrison on the sideline, so I look for Utah State to continue to attack this Stony Brook defense.
Love wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. He dumps it off. Rep makes the catch and picks up 3 yards on first down. Jordan Love very good at keeping the play alive, keeping his eyes downfield. He does not panic when that pass rush gets in his face. On the ground, it's Warren, no place to go. So a critical third down here for the Seawolves. Heslop comes in to make the tackle. He's one of the leaders of the team. Well, Utah State keeps the defense guessing. You don't know if they're going to get up there and at first sound they're going to be hiking in or whether they're going to look over. It's a lot of pressure on the defense. Blitz is coming. It's complete. It's Rhett. No, it's Compton. And it was the tight end, Caleb Rep. He looked like a wide receiver, though he made that secondary man miss.
Yeah, he did. Jordan Love recognized the man-to-man, and he picked the best matchup he had, and it happened to be Caleb Rep.
Warren again breaks the tackle. Jalen Warren to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
I'll tell you what, I think this altitude is getting to this Stony Brook defense. Missed tackles, guys out of position, and just an easy touchdown run from Jalen Warren.
So touchdown Aggies. Warren gets to score his second touchdown of the season. And how about the balance? They can run it. They can pass it. Dominic Eberle on for the extra point attempt. And the kick is good. His streak remains alive, and it's 27-0 Utah State. Let's go to Danny.
Yeah, guys, after that last touchdown, I kind of glanced over to the Stony Brook sideline. A lot of dropped heads when that happened. I think not only is the altitude possibly getting to their defense, but Utah State scores so fast that this offense is starting to get gassed here for Stony Brook because they just are constantly having to be on the field. I don't have the exact time of possession numbers in front of me, but yeah, all the heads a little bit lethargic, it looks like here on the sidelines, definitely a little deflated as well.
Yeah, because there were moments in this first half where the T-Wolves, I think, probably started to feel some confidence. That last drive they had going was a great drive. It ends in an interception, and then all of a sudden you give up the touchdown. You look up, and it's 27-0.
Yeah, seemed like anytime they got anything going, something bad happened. And you bring in a new quarterback, and his first time on the road in an environment like this, you want to give your team some confidence that they could play with these guys. Stony Brook is looking like they really know that Utah State is the better football team.
Well, this Maverick Stadium has been so good to Utah State. I mean, they just get in here, and opponents leave here just feeling like they've been just run over by a freight train. Last year, Eddie, these are just their home stats, 59.5 points, and they averaged 608 yards of offense in each of the home games. Those are Madden numbers. That's not what you're supposed to do in a real game.
Yeah, to try to keep up with those numbers when you're exhausted.
Right.
You come up here in the altitude, you're trying to catch your breath, let alone score 60 points to be able to beat a team.
It's a tall task. But here's the good news for Stony Brook. They will get a nice check for coming out.
There you go.
Right? I mean, a lot of these schools, you need teams that, it's not like Utah State's going to go to Stony Brook and play. So Stony Brook, there is something in it. And here's the success last season at home, 6-0. And you see those gaudy numbers I just mentioned. How about that scoring margin? Winning your games by 38 points per contest at home. You can see why the fans have a good time coming. Yeah, they had at least 40 points in every game.
It's exciting football.
Yeah, it is. They're a lot of fun to watch. You can see yourself live right now on the Watch Stadium's Facebook page. We are looking for the most loyal fans in college football. Show your team spirit by using the hashtag SBVSUSU. Like Stadium on Facebook for all the latest conference news and highlights. join that conversation. Danny, what's going on?
Well, so much hype on this Aggie offense. I actually want to draw your attention to Aggie linebacker David Woodward, because he had a phenomenal first game at Wake Forest, racking up 24 tackles in that game. And Coach Enna said that he, which is the defensive coordinator, he said he naturally has great instincts, just a knack for the football, but it's more than that. It's his work ethic. He's just blown away by it. He's in the film room studying offensive linemen's tendencies. He's making sure that his nutrition is correct and he's eating the right thing, and then he spends extra time in the weight room. And in fact, guys, he's missed most of fall practices because of a concussion. So prior to that Wake Forest game, he spent every single day after practice in that week running extra. But even so, racking up those 24 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, just a phenomenal game by him. He said he was not at 100%. Could you imagine what this guy is going to be like when he is at 100%? And Coach Anderson talked about him, said that he's a very mild-mannered guy. He actually laughed when he compared the personalities between Woodward and his defensive coordinator, because Coach Enna can apparently go from 0 to 100 real quick, right? But we've got Woodward, on the other hand, who's just very even-keeled. And Coach Anderson says between the two of them, they've got a really special bond. A good leader, despite him being a little bit more on the reserved and quiet side.
Well, Eddie, you'd agree that there's a lot of different ways to lead. Some guys are rah-rah guys, and other guys lead by example, or when they speak, you listen, because they don't talk all that often.
Yeah, whenever you have 24 tackles in a game, I think that's a great job of leading by example. He doesn't need to say much. He's running after practice. He's being a good role model for some of these younger players to come.
I thought it was interesting that Coach Enna made the comparison from his time with the Tennessee Titans to Keith Bullock, that even though you're distributing a lot of punishment, you don't take many hits yourself. And you try to limit the physicality. Tyquell Fields is back in the game. I got to say, I'm a little bit surprised after Cassidy played that he's been pulled. Or maybe this was the plan all along, was to just give Cassidy one drive in the second quarter. Because statistically, it's not even close. Cassidy was 4 of 7 for 42 yards. Fields feels pressure, and he connects. Nick Anderson to catch. That was a much better throw.
Yeah, maybe he just needed a little break, you know? Hey, get his nerves, calm his nerves a little bit. That was an accurate throw on the run. It's good to see. You want to get him out on the edge, accurate throw, big time play.
5 catches now for Nick Anderson. Isaiah White, one of his better carries here in the opening half. He has enough for a Seawolves first down.
First down for the Seawolves.
Positive start to the drive. Getting the first down is big for them. I'd love to see them be able to come down and get some points, but just continue to stay patient. Don't rush it.
Out in the flat, the catch is made by Peter McKenzie.
46, Peter McKenzie.
And Fields looks like a whole different quarterback.
Yeah, he does. Another easy completion. I like what the offense coordinator is doing, getting Fields' confidence back up again. Maybe I'd like to see him get on the edge again, make a play with his feet.
Fields, clock's ticking in his head, and he gets rid of it. Helms was who he was looking for. Williams got there.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think he should try to force passes. He needs to try to make a play with his feet. He's an athletic guy. That's part of the reason he's out there. Use the God-given ability that he has.
.437 to go till halftime. Third down. Blitz is coming in before the play. A flag comes in. It's going to be a false start.
Flag before the play.
Cardinal snap, false start, number 65, offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
Clean guilty. It's his second false start penalty of the first half.
Utah State fans are doing a great job of making noise on third down, making communication tough for this Stony Brook offense.
Fields going to take off and run. Got some blockers. And he's going to be shy of the first down. He needed one more block, and he would have had plenty of real estate.
Utah State is just sitting back in his own defense and saying, Fields, I don't think you could pick us apart. You're going to have to beat us with your arm. He's not able to do that. Picked up a few yards, but Cassidy might be the better option for this game.
Fair catch at the 20-yard line after a 39-yard punt. 27-0 our score. 3:44 to go till halftime.
The Gilmore Small Business Game Changer is here.
The play of the day in college football. I can't believe what I just saw.
Tune in next Saturday at 4 p.m. as Louisville takes on Western Kentucky in Nashville. You can catch that game on Stadium. The only 24/7 network available on both television and digital devices without a cable subscription. Stadium, welcome to the game. That's a big rivalry game. And Louisville's down a little bit right now. Maybe a chance for Western Kentucky. They're often on the short end of that rivalry. Oh, the Utah State fans, I would give them credit. They have a lot of fun no matter what the score is.
Yeah, they showed up and making a lot of noise and here to see a great football game. They're smart fans, too. They know when to make noise and when to be quiet. I can appreciate that.
Is that because of your days at Virginia Tech or in the NFL?
Tell you what, Virginia Tech, because college stadiums are sometimes better than the NFL. Just the whole atmosphere of it all.
The pageantry, you mean, of college football.
Yeah, the energy in the stadium. I don't know what it is, but I like what I'm seeing in this stadium here. It's got playing at altitude. Then you got loud fans. It's a lot working against a team trying to come in here and get a win.
All right, Utah State offense back to work.
That poll question of ours isn't looking too good right now. Should have picked the under.
Yeah, I don't know where the touchdown passes are going. He's got one right now. Definitely get two by the half. And another two in the third quarter.
Do you play him that long?
That's a question only Gary Anderson can answer. I was thinking about it. I'm like, hold on, I don't know. Because they like Henry Columbi and Andrew Peasley, the two backups, a chance to get him some work if they've got the game in hand. New running back in the game is Riley Burt. Grad transfer.
I like Burt's game. He's a physical back, underrated guy. He's a good change of pace back for them.
Game 3, 2nd and 7.
Jordan Love going deep and is well defended. Looking for Scarver, but he was bracketed all the way down the field.
I tell you what, Sincere Malone made a veteran move. He actually grabbed the hand of Savon Scarver to slow him down. The officials can't see it, but it's a smart play by a veteran cornerback.
All right, so you're saying just act like you're holding hands real quick, and that slows him down a little bit.
Exactly. Never gets called.
I'm not noticed that. Eddie Royal coaching me up today. I like it.
Yeah, as a receiver, you hate it.
You don't want to hold hands during your route.
No. And then you complain to the ref, and then you look like a crybaby.
Timeout.
It's just not. It's not a good look
First
for
of
you.
the half. 30-second and length.
So a timeout. 3:18 to go till intermission.
Tell you what, that Stony Brook sideline just looks dead. They need something to happen, something good to happen to them to kind of give them a boost to get back into this game. They came in with great energy, but right now it just looks dead down there.
Go deeper into the biggest college football games each week on Tape Don't Lie. Stadium college football analyst Michael Felder goes into the film room with a rotating cast of football experts to take a deep dive on college football's most important players and teams. New episodes drop each week on Stadium's Facebook page. Stadium, welcome to the game. Well, I would hope you're one of those football experts. They need your knowledge.
I'd hope.
You'll help them out if you get the call. Flag down.
Ball start, number 77 offense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
A 5-yard penalty will back them up. I think the Seawolves here are trying to get the ball back with some time to work with.
I'm looking again at T.J. Morrison on the sideline. If I'm Utah State, take advantage of that.
Jordan Love, he's going to try to, going deep down the field for Tompkins. It's on target, and he makes the catch. Devin Tompkins, what a throw and what a catch. How did he stay in bounds?
What a perfect throw. You couldn't place this in a better position to Tompkins. Sets his feet, just floats it up there. Great touch. Perfect throw to where only his guy can catch it.
More than 40 yards on the plate. Here's Gerald Bright. Can anybody catch him? Yes. It'll be first and goal. Hessla saves the touchdown.
Offensive line is doing a heck of a job of opening up holes for Gerald Bright.
And the Seawolves want and get a timeout. I think they just want a chance to slow things down.
Yeah, you take a look at the guys. People with hands on their hips, bent over. This altitude is, and the pace of the play is getting to this Stony Brook defense.
I've been here for enough games to watch Utah State that I always leave here with some sympathy for their opponents because just a lot of things working against them. I feel like I'm like, we'll go down in the elevator, there'll be some of their coaches. I feel like I kind of want to give them a high five, give them a hug or something, because it's just, this place is brutal.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I'm breathing hard up here.
I don't believe that. All right, let's send it to Danny.
You're talking about some of these corners on Stony Brook, so I just want to talk a little bit about what it's like to go to school. It's a little intimidating going to college, but when you got a familiar face, not so intimidating. Gavin Heslop and T.J. Morrison not only played high school football together, they've been friends since they were 8 years old, guys.
That's incredible stuff. So Gerald Bright, no real place to go, but you'd think if you're Utah State, you just want to let the clock run here. Seawolves only have a timeout left.
Yeah, I milked the clock a little bit just to make sure that they can't go down and get some points before the half and build some momentum.
And Utah State gets the ball at the start of the third quarter. So if you manage this correctly, you could be up 34-0 and get the ball back. For our poll question, though, how they score the touchdown is big. Will it be through the air or on the ground? Jordan Love says, where's my second touchdown pass? It's not going to be there, but a flag is down. Sincere Malone in coverage. I believe they're going to place this ball half the distance to the goal line.
Pass interference, number 21, defense. In the end zone, the ball will be spotted at the 2-yard line. First down, Utah State.
They're going to place it at the 2.
Hey, maybe Gary Anderson got word that we're behind on the poll question, trying to get Jordan Love a touchdown.
Bright, is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Aggies. So a 6-play, 80-yard drive. They take a minute and 36 seconds off the clock, and the key play was the big pass downfield from Jordan Love to Devin Tompkins. Extra point from Eberle is up and good, and it's now 34-0, Utah State in front.
Yeah, just great push by the offensive line right there, opening up the hole. Gerald Bright is one of the toughest runners in college football. He always keeps his legs moving. Such a great goal line back for them. A senior running back, a guy that's been around the program for a while. Happy to see him get in for a touchdown.
Joe Bright getting some love from his teammates. Well, it appears the streak of scoring 40 points or more at home is going to be intact. I'm going way out on a limb here.
Yeah, I agree with you. And now the challenge for Stony Brook is not to give the ball back to Utah State with too much time. They need to get a first down and try to keep the ball out of Jordan Love's hands again so they can't go get more points before the half and get the ball again starting the second half. So Stony Brook's offense needs to wake up.
All right, this Facebook comment was actually sent to me. That Justin Malone, who works at Stadium, one of the greatest guys ever, he's not going to return this. His suggestion was that Danny Kleppinger put some pads on and go out there and help her squat out. Now, I don't know if she's got any eligibility left, but Justin Malone, I mean, you're putting your talent at risk there, Justin, but I don't know if Danny's up for it, but I know she's tough.
Yeah, I heard she can kick. I don't know how well she throws the ball.
I mean, I don't know if Danny wants to weigh in on whether or not she wants to put her life at risk just to make Justin Malone happy, but I like the concept. 1st and 10 for Stony Brook. And again, they got to take some time off the clock here. And they will keep it on the ground. It's Neckhet, and Neckhet gets across the 30-yard line. I guess I thought they'd be in a little bit of a hurry here.
Fields and Cassidy. Cassidy clearly throwing the ball a little bit better, but Fields is the better runner. So we'll see what he can do with this chance before the half. Just get them out of here with no mistakes and get in and regroup during the half.
Neckhet, no place to go. Loss of a half a yard. Henninger in there to make the play.
This is a key down for Stony Brook right here. A little bit surprised that Utah State isn't calling timeout or trying to stop the clock so they can get the ball with some time on the clock to try to go down and score again. But Stony Brook just wants to get out of this with no mistakes and get in and regroup at the half.
Yeah, we know how quick Utah State is with the football, so if they get it with even 40 seconds to go in the half, the play clock winding down, they're going to get it off just in time. Fields to throw, and that was almost picked off. Great opportunity there, but they could not make the play. Cam Lampkin is a true freshman they're real excited about. They thought he played really well at Wake Forest last week.
Yeah, I'm shocked he didn't catch that, a former wide receiver.
But maybe that's why he's not a wide receiver.
There you go.
I'm just saying that, if you were a wide receiver, now you're a DB, that could explain it right there.
This is true. If I'm Stony Brook, I'd kick this ball out of bounds. I'm not taking any chances right here.
It's Nathan and stays on his feet. Jordan Nathan, and Malone tackles him from behind at the 36. So 37 seconds for Utah State to work with. There is a player slow to get up for Stony Brook.
It's a dangerous play right there by Stony Brook, giving Nathan a chance to make a big play with not much time left on the clock.
Does appear to be a cramp, just the way they're trying to stretch out the calf. You can come up to altitude and get dehydrated in a hurry. I must say, when I first joined the Mountain West 11 seasons ago, I went out for a crew dinner on a Friday night. I had just a couple of adult beverages. Seemed like a normal night out. I woke up in the morning, felt like I'd had a keg of beer, and I had to get on the treadmill for about 90 minutes so that I could get my mind right for the game. And I learned the hard way, everything's different at altitude.
Everything is different. Yeah, hydration is key. It definitely looks like a cramp here. And I remember playing for the Chargers, coming back to Denver during a playoff game to try to play. And it reminded me quickly of how much the altitude affects you during warm-ups. I had to come in and get an IV. So I wouldn't be shocked if a bunch of Stony Brook guys are hooked up to IVs during halftime.
Wouldn't shock me. Now, when you started playing at Denver, did you immediately notice that you were going to have to go about things differently?
Yeah, I thought I was out of shape when I got there.
Yeah.
Conditioning test, I thought it was me personally, but I learned quickly it was the altitude and that I'd quickly get adjusted to it.
Yeah, no, it worked out pretty well for you with the 91 catches. And fumble on the play. It's going to be a loss of some yards. Clock still ticking.
Yeah, after a play like that, if I'm Utah State, I just want to get into the half. You have a 34-point lead. Why risk a mistake?
Well, I'm just going to take the other side of this just to, have a debate. I think that they have no fear. 24 seconds, this is a challenge. Why not see if you can get one of the best kickers in all of college football a chance to make a long field goal? And because you got to remember that even if it's not about today, you might be in a close game nearing the half, 24 seconds to think, let's work on this.
This is true. I can see that side of things, but you don't want anything bad to happen and give Stony Brook any type of momentum. Not that you're afraid that they come back. It's just playing smart. But, hey, you have Jordan Love, and you're right. Why not try to work on something that'll help you down the line?
All right, let's see how aggressive they are. Jordan Love sets up the screen. Blockers in front. Pretty well defended, and there's a flag down. Now, if this goes against Utah State, I think we're probably seeing the last of them trying to move it offensively. And we got a player shaken up, and it's Gerald Bright. So the medical staff comes out to take a look at him.
That was the second snap that was not on target. I wonder if something's going on with the center, but normally the quarterback and center exchange is smooth. That was the second one, maybe something to look at.
Hold it. Number 87, Utah State. 2-yard penalty for the spot foul. Replay, third down. Please put 27 seconds back on the clock. Timeout.
Yeah, Caleb Rep is out there. He's giving great effort. He just hooks the guy, and you can see him trying to fight off of the block, and it's right in the ref's eyesight. So Caleb Rep, I give him credit for the effort, but you just got to let go at some point.
So good news, Gerald Bright's okay. He'll trot over to his group, huddling up near their sideline.
Now do you take a knee and go in?
I do. After what's going on here, you got a player nicked up, you got an offensive hold, but it does not appear they're about to take a knee here.
It does not.
Take it down, Ed. 24 yards to go.
You're going to flip everybody to the top side of your screen. All right, well, if you're Utah State, you do not need to run another play here. I see Gerald Bright's already headed into the locker room so they can get a chance to take a look and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you go into the half up 34 points. If I'm Gary Anderson, I'm happy about this. Offense played well. The defense held them to 0 points. It's a good half of football for Utah State.
Good half. And they had some things that didn't go their way. And they still dealt with it pretty well. Now, Gary Anderson, in his second tour of duty here in Logan, he's got himself an excellent football team, and they, no surprise, dominate the first half. We've got lots of fun stuff coming up for you at the half. And here was an interception when the Seawolves had their best drive going. And here's the JUCO transfer, Jalen Warren, busting out of the pile and getting into the end zone for the touchdown. This was the best throw of the half. Jordan Love looking for Devin Tompkins. And here is the final score of the half. All right, there was a look at the busy slate for Stadium today. Our score 34-0 at the half. So everybody thinks they can be a play-by-play announcer. We're going to find out if Jordan Love can do it in a segment called You Call It. Let's see if Jordan can do it.
Hey, I'm Jordan Love, here with Tipa Naliai. Yep. Here at another lovely Saturday here at Maverick Stadium. 2nd and 10, what you gonna do? 2nd and 10. We're going deep to Jordan Nathan. It's an Aggie touchdown in the back of the end zone. Oh my gosh. Jordan Nathan, another Aggie touchdown. That's a Bird is absolutely needed right now. Whoa, what? You had somebody else open. You had a man wide open. Dang, he was just picky, huh? Pick and choose. We go 2nd down. Ball on about 20-yard line. Oh, we got a false start by the defense. The play's still going. Those are Jalen Green wide open. Bro, those are the plays that get me too. He's about to get caught. Oh. It's a hut. Let's go. It is picked by John Trell Rockamore. He finally kind of felt the presence of number 10 in his back. They're going fast. Oh, and they're throwing it to Savon Scarver. That's another Aggie touchdown. So with that placement, though. Yeah. And the Aggie. Oh, and we're hitting the dance. little twerk dance. What kind of celebration is that, bro? 21-7 is the score. Here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd quarter, I'm probably dying right now. High snap. Hand to the running back. And it's, he's breaking free. Oh. Tackle, there you go. Hey, man, you got to keep running to the ball. That's how you get tackles when you keep running to the ball, bro. You see, the Utah State Aggies do not know how to tackle. Get off me, homie. Oh, whoa. What? What's up, bro? Whoa, man. I don't know. That's a failed attempt on defense. Yeah, get him out of the game. Who is that guy, man? Coach, get him out of here, coach. See, you can see the replay. He was on top of me, so I just pushed him. You pushed him, and then he got pushed, and then he said, "What's up? What's up?" If somebody's driving their knee in your back, are you not going to do the same? You can see the coaches are clearly ripping him. Dang, look at Pops. Oh, here we go. 4th down punt. And it's blocked by Devin Tompkins. Picked up by Baron Gatkowski, and that's another Aggie touchdown. Boom! That's how you make the cannon sound. Okay, it's 27-7 here. Aggies are running away with it here in the 2nd quarter. Uh-oh, this is that face mask right here. It's 3rd and 10 here. So mad. Yeah, look at that get off. Look at the get off. Got him. And that's another sack. Yeah, you face masked me, bro. Tipa Naliai. Yeah, man. There we go, 3rd and 5. They're throwing a fade on Craven Tarver. Oh my gosh. Did you see the catch?
That was a good,
Did you see the catch?
Was that back shoulder? You meant to do that back shoulder or no?
It was a back shoulder ball by Jordan Love, but did you see the catch by Ron Craven?
Could have been a better spiral.
Could have been a better ball. He caught it one-handed. I didn't even notice that, Tifa. Did you notice that? He caught it one-handed. What a play. Here we go, 3rd and 4. Oh, Aggie snap it. We're going up top. And what do you know? It's Ron Craven Tarver again for another Aggie touchdown. Boom, 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 boom. Yes.
Look at the Aggie
faithful,
herd, bro. They're still there. 48-14. They're still packed.
And here we go, Aggie defense. Oh. And that's another set. Oh, that's David Woodward. Oh. Whoa. Oh.
I got robbed there, guys. You got robbed.
Stole your sack. It's all good.
It's all good.
David Woodward is an All-American defender. What can you ask?
Look at that.
You see the play action. And Aggies are bringing all-out blitz, and they get that. And Woodward does a WWE move, flipping the quarterback. It was a rough day.
Look at that hold, man.
He's trying to get the ball out.
Oh.
And that's the final score, 59-28. Aggies got another win. Coming to you live from Maverick Stadium, I'm Jordan Love.
And I'm Tipa Naliai. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome back to Maverick Stadium. Utah State up on the Stony Brook Seawolves 34-0 at the half. I'm joined by Utah State's athletic director, John Hartwell. And John, first of all, thanks for joining me. Unbelievable first half performance by your team, led by a new head coach this year in Gary Anderson. He has been here in the past, but what made you want to bring him back?
Yeah, you know, with Matt leaving last year and going to Texas Tech, there was a ton of interest in our job. I mean, we had, other FBS head coaches interested in the job, a lot of coordinators, but Gary, through the interview process, like you said, his knowledge of here, his blueprint is really what got the success started, 6-8 years ago. And as I talked to, a lot of people who played for Gary, the thing that kept coming up, he's a player's coach. The players love him. They'll run through a wall for him. And so, all of those factors played in there, and it was really a no-brainer at the end. And he has hit the ground running. It started back in December when we hired him, had a great recruiting class, and he's just carried on since then. And, like you said, the first half, the last minute of the game last week at Wake Forest, really frustrating because we were so close, but there was not let up at all. On the plane ride home last Friday night, everybody was locked in, focused, said, hey, this is not going to define our season. So I expected nothing else, nothing less than what we did in the first half.
Yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable. And you talk about how this job was so sought after, and of course, because Jordan Love is leading at quarterback. And I've seen your school make a push for him to be in that Heisman conversation. What are you guys doing as an athletic department to kind of get him in that Power 5 discussion, since you guys are not a Power 5 conference school?
Yeah, and our coaching staff has done a really good job. Again, another thing you got to give Gary credit for, because he's really a defensive guy, is going out and getting Mike Sanford Jr. as our offensive coordinator. And those guys are really smart. They said, hey, here's Jordan Love, a guy 2 years into our program. He understands it. We're not going to recreate the wheel. We're going to do something where he feels comfortable. And, Jordan Love is a great football player, but he's an even better person, and the story behind it, and a kid from Bakersfield and facing the adversity of his dad taking his own life and the things he's overcome, but he is the most humble, down-to-earth, great guy and a tremendous leader for our football team.
And absolutely a great role model and a good person for everybody around Aggie Nation, I'm sure, to look up to as well.
He really is, because one of the things that makes him so talented is he's very much in command all the time. And I'll use this example. So I was fortunate enough to be at Ole Miss when Eli Manning was there. And Eli Manning is a quarterback, and he used to get the knock that, oh, Eli doesn't care, he's just so laid back. That's not the case at all, and it's very much the same way with Jordan. Those guys are just in control all the time.
Good company there, getting in the same conversation as Eli Manning. Well, it's just an awesome atmosphere here. The striping of the stadium looks great, and I really appreciate you coming to talk to us.
Great, thank you guys for being with us again tonight. Take care.
All right, Danny, great job down there. Ari Wolf. Eddie Royal. I'm up here with true royalty today. Yes, I know that's not a very good joke, but I had to do it. All right, Eddie, watch the first half. We knew Utah State was coming in as a heavy favorite. What did you like from Jordan Love in the first half?
That he took care of the ball. No turnovers. That was a big emphasis. And then making some more plays with his feet. I like seeing that. He's a good athlete, and why not use what you got? And he did a great job of doing that.
Let's take a look at highlights from Jordan Love, the outstanding junior quarterback, who is a true Heisman candidate. And there, Eddie, we really saw him do stuff we haven't seen much of him do in his career.
Yeah, we know how well he can throw the ball, but it's good to see him get on the move and make some plays. That's a throw that not many people can make, going across your body, running in the opposite direction.
And he's got some playmakers out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got guys all across the board, an athletic tight end, guys with speed who can make catches over their shoulder. That's not an easy catch to make.
Well, Jordan Love was certainly the star of the first half, and that last throw that we saw to Tompkins down the sideline, he really has the ability to throw the deep ball. He's very good at checking down. You played for a long time in the National Football League. Do you think he has the skill set to play at the next level?
I know he does.
Yeah.
If I'm an NFL GM, I want him to be the leader of my franchise because he can do it all. And then you hear the AD talking about him. It's not just he's a good football player, he's a great person. And that's what you need to build a team. You need a quarterback that everybody likes, and he's clearly that.
All right, let's take a look at some other highlights from the first half. Back in the first quarter. Everybody's fooled here. Good play action. Jordan Nathan with the catch.
It starts with a great fake, and he's able to put some air underneath it.
And this is where Eddie Royal would have been the man right here, but instead it's Tompkins.
Did they get away with the hold right there? It might have been a hold right there, but hey, they didn't call it, and Tompkins able to use his speed and get to the end zone and make a big play for his team.
And Jordan Love really shows that he can make throws moving either to his right or in this case to his left as Mariner gets the touchdown.
Yeah, that's an Aaron Rodgers-like Pat Mahomes type of throw right there.
And another field goal. Jack Cassidy came in for the Seawolves and had a pretty good drive going until this pressure. And he throws it up and it's picked off by Grayson.
Unfortunate play. Cassidy had really had something going on that drive and turned that turnover into points, and that's what you can't do against the Aggies.
Jalen Warren there. Looked like he was going to go down. Keeps the play alive. And this was our favorite throw of the first half.
I mean, not many guys in the country can do that. There's a lot of NFL quarterbacks that can't make that throw.
Well, when I was around the Kansas City Chiefs during the preseason, they said a throw like that, when it's that good, they call it a handoff. Because that's what Mahomes does. He makes it look like a handoff. All right, here's the first half stats. What do you like?
Yeah, I like the 269 yards passing, the rushing yards. They've been balanced and really did a good job of taking care of the ball. Look at the 23 first downs, and they've converted on third down, which is a huge emphasis for every offense. Be good on third downs.
All right, Eddie, before we have the third quarter, what, if any, adjustments would you expect for Utah State? Because what do they want to get out of the second half? Because they're clearly in control of the game.
Yeah, see what your backups can do.
Yeah.
See what your backup quarterback can do. God forbid something happens to Jordan Love. You want to know what you're working with. And so this is a good opportunity to get a backup some time, some valuable time against a pretty good defense.
And they do have some pretty good backups. I expect to see Henry Colombi in the second half. All right, we're going to step away for just a moment. We're not that far off from kicking off the third quarter here at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah.
Rivalry season is back. Stadium has you covered for outstanding high school football. Tune in each week to catch all the great plays, the hard hits, and all the excitement as we feature the nation's top recruits from coast to coast. Watch Thursday and Friday nights this fall on WatchStadium.com. Stadium, welcome to the game.
welcome back. So glad you're with us. This Stadium presents Mountain West Football on Facebook. Our score, Utah State 34, Stony Brook nothing. Ari Wolf, A. Royal, Danny Kluppinger, and our entire Stadium crew. So glad you're spending part of your college football Saturday with us. All right. We've had some poll questions. What will be the result of the first possession of the second half? Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover? And keep in mind, if you're just joining us, Utah State will have the football. Predictions, please. We start with Eddie Royal.
I'll go with the touchdown. I think you come out and Jordan Love is the quarterback for maybe another series or two, and I think he's going to come out and have success just like he did in the first half.
All right, I'm going to go with touchdown with you just for the sake of fun. We're just going to be a united front up here. And let's keep talking Jordan Love because he's really the story of the Heisman candidate. Take a look at what he accomplished in the first half. And there, I bet he'd like that one back. He'd put that one out in front. Might have turned into a touchdown.
Well, he makes it look so easy. You know, it looks like he's barely even trying out there. There's some guys that you watch him throw the ball, and it looks like they got to put everything into it. Not Jordan Love. He makes everything look good. Great pocket presence right here. He delivers a strike. That's an NFL throw, being able to step up into the pocket. What I did also like about what I saw from Jordan Love is it wasn't always the first guy being open. He found his second and third options. He got through his progressions and delivered the ball accurately.
Stadium is your new way to watch national sports. The only 24/7 network available on both television and digital devices without a cable subscription. Check your local TV listings or go to watchstadium.com. Stadium, a new way to watch sports. Welcome to the game. Well, if you're the Seawolves, there's a lot to think about because there were times where they made some plays and then just didn't capitalize.
Yeah, they did. They had some turnovers here and there, a couple penalties that didn't go their way. But overall, they made some good plays, and they got to be able to throw the ball. That's something that they're going to have to do to be able to put some points on the board. You're not going to be able to run the ball against this Utah State defense.
All right, let's check in with our friend. He's down on the field. Danny Kluppinger, what's going on?
Well, guys, I talked to both coaches, and I'm excited to update you on those in just a minute. But first, I just want to remind everybody to continue to post those photos if you're watching this game right now. Use that hashtag SB versus USU and send in some photos. Here's some right now. We're scrolling through. You guys are doing a fantastic job posting those photos. Stay involved in this game. Talk to us. That's the best part about this Facebook footprint for everybody. You can stay involved despite this 34-0 score.
That's right, Danny. There can be a lot of fun to be had, and I really still want more people from Stony Brook who remember and love and adore Danny Kluppinger to send us some stuff. Maybe they've got some press clippings they keep at home and an album as they follow the life and the stardom of Danny Kluppinger at Stony Brook. I want to see pictures of that. Danny, you know that somebody out there has got him. It's got to be. I mean, if we had him to put him up, somebody else has got to have him. So I'm putting it out there to the Stony Brook fans. We want to see some love for Danny. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of the third quarter, and I think what would be a pretty good poll question is how long into the second half will Jordan Love play? Do you expect to see him out there for the whole third quarter?
You know what? To get his Heisman campaign to continue to go, you want him to put up some stats. Maybe get another touchdown or two here. You're playing against a lesser opponent, so why not take advantage of it, get him a few more touchdowns, and then see what the backup can do.
Okay, because remember our poll question was, would he have 3 touchdowns or less or 4 more? Right now his numbers are 24 of 33 for 269 yards and a touchdown. So by your math, let's say he throws for another 100 yards and 2 more touchdowns, then he's done.
Yeah, then you yank him. You don't want anything bad to happen to him, especially when you already have the game in hand. So get him a couple more touchdowns and then pull him.
But it is interesting that comes into play because, you have two different head coaches. A year ago was Matt Wells, and you could make a case that there were times where maybe they should have taken their foot off the pedal, but that's not our decision to make. Was Matt Wells. We got a different head coach now, Gary Anderson. When will he say enough is enough?
Yeah, and I think we'll find that out. It is his second tenure here and his first home game, so he may want to run up the score, but we'll see. But I don't think you need to have Jordan Love out there to do that.
All right, we've got more from Danny.
Well, guys, you talked about it a little bit earlier. Actually, Eddie, I think you alluded to it, that maybe I can kick a field goal or two. I talked a little bit earlier about this show called the Get Your Red On Minute that I used to shoot, produce, host, and we've got some clips from it. I actually can kick a field goal. Wesley Skiffington was the kicker at the time, and he gave me a lesson on the right footing, the right foot placement, and to knock down a 30-yard field goal, guys.
All right, but can you do it under the duress of people coming to block it is the question. I mean, that looks great.
I'm actually kind of offended that you think I would suffer under pressure.
You should not be offended. I'm just trying to bust a little chops. I mean, based on that kick, I mean, I'd say throw you right in the game right now.
I think it's talent to hit the crossbar.
Aggies on the return, and it's Scarborough gets to the 21-yard line. I would never doubt Danny's athleticism.
I didn't see that go through the goalpost, so who knows if she made it or not.
Wow, there's questions. I mean, Danny is a journalist. I don't think she'd lie to us. I think it must have gone in. She said it hit the crossbar, and then I'm assuming it went in.
I think we might.
I got to tell you, the kicking's a little bit harder than people think. I mean, I played soccer all throughout my youth. I went to the NFL experience at a Super Bowl, and they were only kicking extra points. My first one doinked right off the goalpost. I was very embarrassed. I was like, oh, I got this. I did make the second one, but it wasn't that impressive. All right, 1st and 10 for Jordan Love in the offense. Jalen Warren starts the second half at running back. Love, all kinds of time. And he completes it down the field, and it's Warren, the running back. Big play there. 26 yards on the play for Jalen Warren.
Yeah, give credit to the offensive line right there. He had all day to throw the ball. He's able to keep his eyes down the field and make an accurate throw.
This time it's Warren on the ground. See ya. Jalen Warren to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. 54 yards.
I guess we were right. We got that poll question right. Came out and scored a touchdown. This Aggies offensive line is doing a heck of a job blocking for these running backs, and Jordan Love, you got to give them kudos for coming out, being ready to play.
All right, so that was the scoring drive of under a minute. Their second one of the season. Last year they had 29 of them. But they're getting more points, and Jordan Love, he did have a completion. His yards are up to 294, but the touchdown passes are still at 1.
Yeah, but you pull the guard, and then you get that nice seal block right there, and then you let Jalen Warren do the rest. He's not the fastest guy, but with holes like that, nobody's going to catch him.
Hey, and how about Jalen Warren? Back-to-back 100-yard games to start his Aggie career. He now has 9 carries for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It's a heck of a play, and we talked to Mike Sanford, and we asked him who surprised him in week 1, and he said that he knew that Jalen Warren was this. He said he was surprised that Warren didn't get recruited more coming out of junior college, and I mean, we're seeing right now that he was correct about that, hey, maybe some more teams should have paid attention to him, but the Aggies are happy to have him on their sideline.
All right, here's the deal. We got to know what the poll results are, and the only person who has them is Danny.
That's right, and apparently our viewers are really in tune with what's going to happen because 78% of them went with touchdown.
All right, well, means everybody was on the same page there. That's not how I predicted in my mind. I saw Jordan Love throwing a touchdown pass, but instead it's Jalen Warren. So I know that Virginia Tech, you guys would play some teams that weren't at your level early in the seasons. It's just part of college football. When you guys would be down there in a game like this, what would be some of the things that you guys would try to focus on to keep yourselves engaged?
scoring touchdowns, getting your name in the newspaper,
yeah,
making ESPN for a highlight. You know, you want to really come out and continue to make plays. And you wanted to play well so the younger guys behind you could get an opportunity to go play. Because it's not every week that they're going to get a chance to play. And so you play hard early in the game so that those young guys who've been busting their butt in practice get a chance to come out and play.
All right, Danny, why don't you tell us what the coaches had to say to you at halftime?
Yeah, well, I'll start with Coach Priori for Stony Brook because he said that the next half is what's going to determine the rest of their season. So I'm sure he's just kicking the ground right now after that is what resulted from his talk in the locker room. He said they wanted to come out like it was 0-0. Unfortunately, that's not exactly what played in his favor there. And then Coach Anderson was very interesting. He seemed to be somewhat frustrated with that 2-minute drill at the end of the half. And he said, we've got to execute better on 2-minute drills. We didn't have good red zone execution a little bit later there in that second quarter. That's something he wants to pay attention to. And he thinks he will sub out his starters here pretty soon and get those guys that don't get as many minutes to get them some reps.
Yes, please.
Sounds like a pretty good plan. Thanks, Danny. Eberle the kick, and Constance not going to bring it out. I still have to get used to the guys catching it at the 2 and just giving themselves up and not returning it and getting the ball at the 25. It just looks strange. That time he didn't do it. He was in the end zone. But we saw it earlier. They catch it at the 3, and they just, no mas, plays over.
Yeah, it's really awkward to see.
It doesn't look right.
I don't think I'll ever get used to seeing it, but
it's sort of like you're there, you're in the field of play, just go ahead and return it.
Exactly.
All right, Jack Cassidy in at quarterback. He was pretty sharp. That one interception, it wasn't a good decision to throw it, but he did have a defender in his face. They keep it on the ground. Boy, that ball almost got pulled out of there. But Isaiah White able to hold on to it.
Coach Priori, he's such an old school guy. He's going to continue to run the ball. He's going to continue to do the things that make them who they are. Right now, he's evaluating his players. He's seeing who's going to continue to fight and who's going to give up.
Jack Cassidy getting an opportunity. It was quite a battle between Fields and Cassidy. Coach Priori didn't name a starter until the 3rd week of August. And Cassidy, boy, he gets hit on the throw, still completes it. And it's White, and I think he's got enough for the first down. I'm glad to see that Cassidy's okay. He took quite a hit there.
Yeah, Shaq Bond coming off on a blitz, free. Nobody picked him up. But I tell you what, Cassidy made a great throw. With a blitzer in your face to be able to make an accurate throw, it's not going to show up on the stat sheets, but that was a big-time play.
On the ground. It's Isaiah White, and he picks up 5 yards before Jacoby Wildman makes the tackle. Another local product. He's graduated. Coach would just say he's in the right place at the right time. Good production last week in their loss at Wake Forest. Danny, what do you have?
I talked to Coach Priori at the half about Jack Cassidy and if he was going to go back and forth between Tyquell Fields and him. He said he's sticking with Jack for the rest of the game, something we didn't know prior to this game that he kept under wraps. Tyquell Fields really didn't practice this week, nursing an injury. So you're not going to see him back out there.
Wow, that's breaking news. Thank you, Danny. DJ Williams, a nice tackle, and that was a broken play. Cassidy turned to hand it off. The running back was on the other side of his body.
Yeah, just the miscommunication. Cassidy hasn't been working with the ones very much. Who knows? And he tried to make something out of nothing. Right here, I think DJ Williams got hurt on the play. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but Cassidy just trying to make something happen. A little miscommunication.
12:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. Utah stayed comfortably in front, 41-0. A team last year that had visions of playing in a New Year's Day bowl game. They were rolling through the schedule after losing their first game of the season at Michigan State, and everything came down to their game at Boise State, and Boise State came up with the victory, and that dashed the hopes of Aggie Nation of playing in a New Year's Day bowl. Because they were certainly headed there, and they finished ranked in the top 25, so a very successful 2018 season for the Utah State Aggies. Cassidy on target, another first down, and it's Brandon Benson. Benson's been productive in this game. He now has 3 catches for over 30 yards.
I like what they do. They move the pocket, get Cassidy moving around a little bit, run a quick out route, move the chains, a positive play. I'm looking at the top of the screen. I see press coverage and no help.
They keep it on the ground. It's a gain of a yard for Isaiah White. Isaiah White, one of the captains for the Seawolves. He's a redshirt senior from Gordon Heights, New York. This is his 2nd season on offense, spent 3 seasons on defense.
He kind of runs the ball like a linebacker.
He does.
Yeah, he looks for contact.
5'11", 210 pounds. Cassidy, and he overthrows White. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd downs were a struggle in the first half as they were just 2 for 9 on 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and longs you really want to stay out of those, especially with your backup quarterback in there. You don't want to let Utah State know that you have to throw the ball. So now they could sit back in zone coverage or bring pressure and really allow them to dictate what happens on this play.
Cassidy, time, completes it. Andrew Trent, the catch. Nice pocket that time for Cassidy.
Yeah, really good route by Andrew Trent. You're in a smooth in-breaking route, broke it off, came back to the ball. He had a big day last week, 3 catches for 79 yards. He's a reliable target, one who Cassidy should look to more.
I always like to see the former walk-ons do well, guys who believed in themselves when nobody else did. 1st and 10. It's White. Breaks a tackle, Isaiah White. Good hard running. And it's going to be enough for another Seawolves first down. So good looking dry. Troy Leffridge comes in to make the stop.
Yeah, physical run right here. They finally got the run game going. They were able to spark one, and White finishes this play just like a former linebacker would.
Cassidy throws, and it's complete. It's Nick Anderson with his 6th catch. When you were in high school, did you play both sides of the ball?
I did.
What'd you play on defense?
I played cornerback.
Okay, that seems to fit.
Yeah, it worked out, but I was out at halftime for the majority of the games. We happened to win a lot of games in high school.
Preserve the body, right?
There you go.
Good, strong run there. Sabah Neckhead. And it's another first down. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 5.
Very physical run. Stony Brook has a lot of physical runners. I think the ref almost gets taken out in this play. But I like what Stony Brook is doing. They have a balanced attack right here, keeping the Aggies off balance.
First and goal at the 5. Isaiah White in at running back. Blitz is coming. The give to White. And Utah State defends it beautifully. As Tipa Nalei comes up from his defensive end spot and slides down the line to make the tackle. There is a flag. No, they're picking the flag up.
Yeah, it looked like Stony Brook kind of got away with a little hold. White looked like he wanted to pull the defender, but I think he let go at the last second. And I think that's why they picked up that flag.
Cassidy looks to the end zone, throws. And Trent wasn't able to get away from the defender, Cam Lampkin.
See Cassidy barking at his receiver. I'm guessing he ran the wrong route. Looked like he maybe wanted him to break on the out route.
Well, you got to figure this is 4-down territory, right? You're down 41-0. I mean, unless you're as a coach, you just want to get points. So if they don't convert here on third, perhaps a field goal. But one would think an opportunity. Give yourself 2 more chances to get the touchdown. And Gary Anderson literally ran on the field, showing he's still got some athleticism, and gets the timeout. Right, so Utah State uses their first time out of the second half. Now, Eddie, this being your first time here, this pizza promotion about Give Me the Pizza gets a lot of attention from the fans. They are all cheering for a chance to get that pizza. That's a serious pizza.
It looks good, though.
I mean, look at how fast it's going. I mean, you better get your hands in there or it's over.
I mean, these college kids, they don't have money for food.
No.
Free food? Yeah.
I mean, just grabbing at it. Has anybody heard of a napkin? Civilization's gone out the window. Gets a pizza. I mean, you kind of need it in the third quarter, you know, pick up the energy, get a few carbs in there.
I like it.
And I give credit to our camera crew. I mean, they were all over that. I mean, that one kid's got 2. You can't take 2 when there's only 1 pie. Come on.
Hungry girls down there. He needs to share. Come on. It's probably cold pizza, too. College kids don't care.
They don't care. Food's food.
Yeah. You speak about the walk-on so passionately. Did you try to walk on somewhere?
I did not. I've got a soft spot in my heart for the guys that don't get recruited, and they convince the coach to just put them on the roster, and then when they actually end up getting a scholarship, it just makes me feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing there? Nothing lingering? Okay.
I appreciate the therapy right here, Eddie, but no, nothing left. Nothing left. I like Eddie. This is fun. All right, Danny, what's up?
Well, I mentioned it earlier how Gavin Heslop and TJ Morrison were friends since they were 8 years old. I just wanted to elaborate on it a little bit because it wasn't planned for them to go to college together. It wasn't planned for them to go to high school together. It just worked out that way. And TJ is 1 year younger than Gavin, and he remembered when he was getting recruited, Gavin called him up and said, hey, could you imagine looking across the field and it being your guy, your partner in crime that's on the other side? TJ went as far as to say is that once it became a reality that he felt like his other half was on the other side of the field. Very cool. And they played the same position, right? So both at corners, both looking back and forth at one another. Very interesting. And not only that, but they both went to,
I mean, this is your moment, Danny. Call the touchdown.
I'm going to let you go for that one.
Touchdown, Seawolves. Isaiah White gets the first score of the day for the Seawolves.
I love the play call. You know, you expect Stony Brook to run the ball, fake it, and then get a rollout and get an easy touchdown. Big time drive for Jack Cassidy. Gives him a lot of confidence and momentum moving forward. Nice accurate throw. Great play call.
Real good drive for the Seawolves. Cassidy looked really good. 14 plays, 75 yards. They take 6:09 off the clock. Well done.
I'm pretty sure they're going to win the time of possession.
Nick Courtney on for the extra point. Way to go out on a limb. All right, take us through the touchdown.
It's just a great action. Kind of get the defense seeing different things coming at them, and then you sneak the running back out to the flat. Cassidy makes an accurate throw. White gets his first touchdown of the day.
I just want everyone to know that Eddie is on point. Time of possession, Seawolves 21-52, Utah State 14-51. He's all over it. Danny, what do you got?
Well, first of all, I'm feeling terrible. I didn't see that the play was starting behind me. You guys got to tell me to be quiet. I feel bad that I took away that call, Ari. I know it would have been a great one. But Stony Brook has been making tremendous strides, including with what they're doing with their facilities. Right now, they're under construction of a brand new state-of-the-art 80-yard turf field indoor practice facility. Everything from the lighting, the sound, and the video systems, everything there will be top-notch. I remember when I was a student athlete, it was actually pouring rain or snowing, something really cold outside, and the football team would practice indoors in the arena on the concrete. Less than ideal place for them. So good thing that they're getting that. They've got a brand new weight room also that was there when I was a senior in college. And then unfortunately, unfortunately for me, and fortunately for them, brand new arena that they put in the year after I graduated. Just awesome experience.
You would have made it rain in there with your three-point shooting in the new arena. Big return here for Utah State. There is a flag down. Scarborough gets it near midfield, but a flag is down at the 35-yard line after a 47-yard return. And we'll let this officiating crew sort it out.
Holding number 37 receiving team. It's 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 92 receiving team. Penalties at the distance. That's 92's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Sam Lockett was guilty on the hold.
I actually like the move by Scarborough, trying to be aggressive. He hadn't gotten many opportunities to return a kick. He has 3 career touchdowns, led the nation in yards per return last year. Why not try to get a touchdown and get those stats up in a game like this?
Well, the one thing that Utah State does lack is they had Roncavian Tarver last year, who is a big targeted receiver. It seems that they've now got a lot of fast little receivers, which is great, but I like it when you got one big target in there as well. Henry Columbi is now in at quarterback, sophomore from Hollywood, Florida. And it's Riley Bird. All right, Mr. I know you've got a Heisman vote, Eddie Royal. The day for Jordan Love ends 25 of 34, 294 yards, and a touchdown.
I like it. Solid day. Got in and got out. Look at the score. He did his job. I think he took advantage of every opportunity he had.
I agree with you, but I do feel that when you're a candidate outside of the Power 5 schools, you sometimes have to put up ridiculous numbers to get the same attention that you might get for putting up these numbers in a Power 5 conference.
I agree with you completely, but I tell you what, Gary Anderson doesn't care about Jordan Love's Heisman hype right now. He just wants to win the game and come out with a victory and continue to win games for this Utah State program.
Right, because if they keep winning games, then there'll be bigger games with more attention, and then if he puts up the big stat line, it'll get even more attention.
Exactly.
And as you mentioned at the half, I thought it was an excellent point, is you got to be prepared for worst-case scenarios, and you need to get your backup quarterback some reps, and this is the time to do it. As Columbi completes the pass, and that sure looked like a lace hit there as Carson Terrell makes the catch. You can hear those boos. I think the fans didn't appreciate the contact after the whistle.
Yeah, which is why you get your starters out of the game as soon as you can. You know, it gets chippy. Guys have pride too, you know?
Yeah.
And so you saw a little bit of that right there. A little bit of extra, you know? You got guys out there that are fighting and wanting to make plays and did a little bit extra.
It's this right here. Play's over. That doesn't seem necessary.
Yeah, it's not necessary. It's an emotional game.
Before the play, we've got what I think is a false start.
I watch yourself right now. If you're Utah State, you can't relax right now. Constant back there is a big-time returner. Yep. He was an All-American returner, so I watch out. You really got to stay focused right here and get this guy on the ground.
Aaron Dalton on to punt. Gene Constant waits for a chance. A low line drive kick. Constant will have a chance. And Constant stays on his feet. And Constant will go out of bounds. Solid return.
Yeah, I like what he did here. He hadn't gotten many opportunities as a receiver, so he wanted to go out and try to make a play on punt return. You see the athletic ability of why he was a preseason All-American. The guy can make plays. Stony Brook needs to do a better job at getting him the ball more often.
Let's go to Danny.
Sorry, you're good. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know about a very special moment that happened prior to the game. Utah State honored a guy named Steve Wiley. Wiley was known as the night runner around here. He was a local celebrity here in Logan, and unfortunately he passed away this past December. But he was called the night runner because he was the assistant football equipment manager for Utah State. He drove the equipment through the night to their road games, approximately 150,000 miles on more than 100 road trips. Guys, in an even more chilling statement about this and just how much he's loved Utah State football, he is actually buried next to his wife Rhonda in a plot across from the stadium that he bought because you could see the stadium from the plot. Can you believe that? It also has a Utah State logo on it. If that doesn't show you how much this school meant to him. Oh, and let me throw this in. He worked let me give you the exact date, 1995 to 2018, and was never paid. They reimbursed him for his expenses while he drove, and he in fact redonated that money to the athletic department. Just did it out of the kindness of his heart.
That is an amazing story, a life well lived. Certainly the recognition appropriate, and appreciate you sharing that story, Danny. How about the fact that he just put all the money back into the program? I mean, you don't find guys like that.
No, not at all. And I even read that he would promise some of the parents that he would look after their children when they went away to school. And I tell you what, for the program to have a guy like that around, that was a special thing.
Now, he touched a lot of people's lives, and that's really what this is all about. 6:08 to go in the third quarter. 41-7 our score. And just so everyone knows, even though we don't take commercials, they still take media timeouts here. Cassidy hands it off. Neckhead, the ball carrier, picks up for more than 3 yards on first down. Kevin Metzenheimer came in to make the stop. They really liked how Metzenheimer performed in spring ball. They say he's the smartest of their linebacking crew and really kind of the general of the defense with his high football IQ.
Yeah, he's a guy that's really good against the run. He's a stout guy. He's able to stop the run and big-time leader for the defense.
Neckhead is going to get caught from behind. Grayson the play. Grayson already has an interception in tonight's game.
Third down, 4 yards to go.
Grayson came flying off that edge. Cassidy is lucky that was not a pass play. That could have ended bad for him. So very well-timed blitz by Utah State.
Third down coming up for the Seawolves. Look at this. In the first half, they had 111 yards and 5 first downs. Here, 75 yards and 5 first downs. And, ooh, Neckhead. Even if he would have caught it, I'm not sure he would have had the first down. What do you think about going for it here on fourth down at the 42-yard line?
Why not? You don't have anything to lose.
Right.
You know, try to get something going. Try to build some momentum, but coach is going to punt it away. And
I think Coach Priori, with all his success, he believes in what he does. He's old school, and he'll just punt it away.
Yeah. Yeah, even if that pass is completed, I don't think they get the first down.
Mitchell Wright on to punt. Jordan Nathan waiting at his own 10-yard line. Just a little pooch kick, and Nathan's going to let it bounce. Good decision. Goes into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Henry Colombi was in on the last series. We'll see if he gets another drive right now for Gary Anderson's Utah State Aggies. Danny, what do you have?
Now it's this guy, another good one. And they say rooting for number 71 on the team.
All right, we'll check back in with Danny in a moment. 1st and 10 for the Aggies from their own 20, and it is Henry Colombi still out there. Riley Burt will be the running back. And not much doing there. He gets pretty much right back to the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, I give Utah State's offensive line a lot of credit. Not a very experienced group, only returning one starter. Sam Kamara was a guy we talked about. They kept him quiet today for the most part.
And he's a big part of their defense. He's number 5. He usually lines up just off a center. The 6'2", 275-pound senior. Today making his 30th career start, 27 straight. Colombi thinks twice about it. Now he'll deliver. And blocking set up. And good quickness there. That Tompkins can move. Do you see flashes of Eddie Royal on that play?
Tell you what, this kid looks faster than me. I mean, this
right?
is an
it was
amazing
like,
play. Yeah, that quickness right there, that move to cut across field. Not a lot of guys have the speed to be able to get back across field and turn it into a positive play.
Colombi will check it down. It's Burt, and Burt will pick up a first down. Back to that the prior play for just a moment. The other thing is that he knew exactly where he wanted to go as soon as he caught it.
Yeah, and that shows you that he's a playmaker.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the punt return. You get him in open space, he can make a play for you.
Burt, the ball carrier, picks up a couple of yards and gets into Seawolf territory at the 49-yard line.
Tell you what, I like what I'm seeing from Colombi. He's getting the ball exactly where he's supposed to get it to. He's throwing the ball accurately and moving this offense well down the field.
Well, Coach Mike Sanford, the offense coordinator, said he thinks he has 3 starting quarterbacks. That's how good he feels about his quarterback room. And Colombi completes another one. Travis Bowman makes the catch, a junior from Henderson, Nevada, which is just outside of Las Vegas. He's a walk-on.
Yeah, just a smart play. Gets the ball exactly where it needs to be. Accurate throw. Move the chains. Now you got 3rd down. Chance to get a first down.
3rd down. Now Wahine into the game for the first time, a freshman out of Hawaii. And with the new redshirt rules, you can play up to 4 games. I think they're still thinking about redshirting the guy, but they're going to see what he can do under the lights. He's lined up to the right of Colombi. And Colombi's got a wide open target. Is the catch made? Yes. Somehow he got a foot in bounds. Terrific catch. Johnny Carter, freshman from Houston, Texas, big-time national recruit.
Yeah, Johnny Carter can play. Look at this throw from the far hash. He throws, and that catch right there, that's an amazing catch by Carter. You see why he was a big-time recruit.
Colombi going to keep it himself, and Colombi gets another first down. Brandon Lopez tracks him down. And Lopez is shaken up on the play. So the medical staff will come out to take a look at Lopez. And for the other guys, really a chance to catch your breath, as Utah State's got this drive rolling down the field.
I actually do see why Coach felt like he had at least 2 starters, because Colombi's out here. He's looking like he could start for another program. I mean, he's able to make accurate throws. He's able to use his feet. He's got great command of the offense right now.
Well, for those of you interested in another game on Stadium, kicked off just a few minutes ago. Let's tune in for Arkansas State and UNLV, and that kicked off at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So it's just a little after 7 in Las Vegas. So you know, try to watch 2 games at once. I mean, isn't that what you do in your man cave at home? How many games do you have on the TV?
Yeah, but they don't get us. Why would you steer them away from us? Hey.
I was just suggesting if they wanted to watch 2 games.
I get it.
One could be on the phone and the other could be on the laptop.
There you go.
And then another one could be on the big screen.
Just make sure our volume is up. How about that?
I just like that. Hey, I'm telling you, Eddie's going to make a name for himself up here calling games. Yeah, keep the volume on us.
There you go.
All right, so good news that Lopez was able to walk off on his own. So 2nd and short for Utah State. Now Wahine still in there. I want to see him touch the football.
I think you just like saying the name.
Well, just because I practiced it a few times, I want to get it in. They don't mess around, but they have so many Polynesian guys. Every time I come to Utah State, it makes me practice my vowels. And here he is. Nawahine, his first carry in an Aggie uniform, and he picks up a first down. And sure look like movement, and flags are coming from all over the place.
Snap infraction, number 58, offense. 5-yard penalty, remain first down.
So 5-yard penalty on the Aggies. Here you see Coach Priori. He's had so much success.
14th season there.
Yep. Made it to the playoffs last year.
That alone is an accomplishment.
Right? In this business, if you have double digits anywhere, you've done real well for yourself.
I agree.
Now Wahine, and he gets hit and tries to bounce off of it, but no place to go. Sean Hammonds Jr. makes the tackle. Graduate transfer from Louisville, Kentucky.
They're doing a really good job of milking the clock.
Yeah. Very unlike Utah State to
Yeah,
take
exactly.
this much time. Columbi going down the field. This guy's got a step and the football. Touchdown Aggies. Derek Wright. .30-yard touchdown catch for Derek Wright. His first touchdown of the season. From right here in Utah, in Sterling, Utah. Dominic Eberle on for the extra point attempt. I get like a little bit nervous before every extra point because he's never missed one. I don't want it on my watch.
I get it. I understand.
Yeah. I don't want it to be, the announcer jinx. Notice I didn't bring it up before he made it. I waited.
I tell you what, I love the throw. He dropped a dime. He put it right there. But what I really loved about the play was the offensive line. They gave him time to be able to step up in the pocket and make an accurate throw.
I think you're going to like Henry Columbi's numbers so far. He's 6 for 6 for 77 yards and a touchdown.
I love those numbers, especially for your backup. I mean, now you feel confident putting the guy in the game.
All right, we got a poll question. We're going to keep having them throughout the season. This is a pretty good one. Which player has impressed you the most tonight? Jordan Love, Mariner, Warner, or Cassidy? Eddie?
Where's Columbi? Why didn't he make the poll?
He just threw the touchdown.
I mean,
we'd already had this built.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy I would have voted for, but of course we got to go with Jordan Love. I mean, look what he did today.
It's crazy, though. I've seen Jordan Love playing. If there's another example, the guy caught it outside the end zone and the play's over. It just doesn't look right. I know it's all about player safety, but I'd love to see him run it out. Jordan Love, I'm used to seeing him throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns. So for him to only throw 1 seems like just an average game, but any other quarterback in America, 25 of 34, 294 and a touchdown, no turnovers. Take that.
There you go.
1st and 10. Cassidy, as we were told by Danny Kleppinger, will play the entire second half. And that is complete to Constant. Constant out of bounds right at the sticks. It'll be enough for a first down. Now, once they sit the ball down, they can either try to run a play or they're not going to have a chance. Clock's going to expire. And 3 quarters complete at Maverick Stadium. 48-7 our score, and Jordan Love, certainly the star of the game. And he'll be resting for the rest of today. This is the play we liked a lot right here.
Rivalry season is back. Stadium has you covered for outstanding high school football. Tune in each week to catch all the great plays, the hard hits, and all the excitement as we feature the nation's top recruits from coast to coast. Watch Thursday and Friday nights this fall on WatchStadium.com. Stadium, welcome to the game.
Stadium is your place for high school football. Join us at 8 p.m. for our Friday night rival doubleheader. First up, Arkansas's Pulaski Academy travels to Tennessee to take on Ravenwood High School. Then immediately following from Alabama, it's Hewitt-Trussville and Hoover. See the top recruits from across the country each week on Stadium and WatchStadium.com. I'd have liked to have seen Eddie Royal play in high school. He only played in the first half, he taught me tonight. Let's go to Danny.
Well, guys, I just want to check back in with our loyal viewers, especially through this game. We're so happy you're sticking with us. Let's take a look at some of those pictures that were being posted. And let's start with Beautifully Made here, because we got some Seawolves fans in the building, everybody. Great photo. Thanks so much for watching. Keep cheering them on, because they still got a great season ahead of them and maybe could do something exciting here in the fourth quarter. You know, have some faith. And then Roscoe the Red Lab says, go Aggies. P. Siller, 28. The dog is watching. Woof. That's to you, dog. We got Beautifully Made. Again, they're rooting for our number 71. That's Uncle James Thurstall. And then finally, Lenny 82 with that future Aggie there. Thanks, guys, so much for posting your photos. Use that hashtag SB versus USU. We've got one more quarter to feature your photos here.
All right, out there, you got to get in the photos while you can. You've got 1 quarter to go here in Logan, Utah. Cassidy hands it off. Neckhet, the ball carrier, picks up just 2 yards on first down.
And we see with the theme, I mean, Stony Brook is staying true to who they are.
Yes.
They don't care about the scoreboard. They're going to play their game no matter what.
But also, Eddie, don't you think, I mean, this is what they're going to do when they're playing in their conference, so why not work against a really good opponent doing what you normally would do?
I agree, and I like what they're doing.
Blitz is coming. It's picked up. Cassidy the throw, and the receiver hadn't turned around in time. Good job of blitz pickup there because they were coming. Brandon Benson, the intended target.
On the coverage, number 25, Gerard Green. Third down, 8 yards to go.
I think this Stony Brook offense is doing exactly what their coach wanted them to do. They're coming in and they're not backing down. I mean, they're taking the fight to Utah State and still trying to score points and continue to have success on offense. So.
Third down. Cassidy the throw, and it's almost picked off. He'd have gotten it out there a little bit sooner. Could have been a big play, but Leffridge comes up, got his hands on the football.
Yeah, just a little bit late with the throw. He made the right read. The ball was supposed to go there, but a little bit late with it. On that one, maybe throw it to the back hip so that your wide receiver doesn't take a hit from the safety. But that's a play that Cassidy will learn about, and he'll be able to make down the line.
Seawolves a punt, but a flag is down before the play. I believe they might have had too many players on the field. 5-yard penalty. Well, we already know Coach Priori is not going to do things that are unconventional. I thought maybe you go for it, but then I remembered. Going old school. Fair catch is made. You got to let the guy make a play on it. Ball goes into the end zone, but why isn't there a flag? You got to let the guy catch it. Hold on. In all seriousness, is there a flag?
I see a flag, but maybe it came from the stands. I don't know where.
Hold on. If a guy calls for a fair catch, you have to let him catch the ball.
I agree. I just don't know where that flag came from.
I mean, they're going to have a conversation about it. He gets to catch it.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it.
Okay, there is a flag at the 11-yard line.
It's a bad throw by the ref. That ended up out of bounds near the
You're
stands.
questioning the flag tossing. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just an inexperienced play. I mean, he's got to give the guy room to catch the ball. He saw him wait for the fair catch. He's got to step back and allow the guy room to catch the ball, or else you're going to get a flag, which we saw.
It's taking a minute to sort this out, but it should be where he would have caught it, and then you mark off the penalty from there.
Maybe you should go put on some stripes.
No, thank you. I appreciate that thought, but let me stop you before you finish it. Real comfortable up here. Peterson Octavian guilty of the penalty after the play, number 92. Contressa, number 8, is the illegal touching. I mean, he just didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah, and that happens. I mean, that's not
the end of the world.
Yeah, he was being aggressive. He showed great effort to get down there. Just give the guy a little bit of room next time.
Listen, you sound like a coach. Gave great effort, all positive. Feel good, man. If I'm having a bad day, I'm calling you.
There you go.
First and 10, it's Burt, the ball carrier. Gets across the 40. Andrew Peasley is in the game at quarterback, redshirt freshman. They love his athleticism. They're going to keep it on the ground, and look at him go. Peasley, and he's going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Aggies. Andrew Peasley goes 58 yards for the score.
I see why they like the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit the open field and looked like Devin Tompkins out there. I mean, that looked like a wide receiver.
I mean, he had a burst. Plus, it was a pretty good play fake.
Yeah, and he had great blocking out there. So, hey, they do have 3 quarterbacks that can come in and put points on the board. So that was an explosive run.
And that you actually can factually back that up. All 3 quarterbacks put points on the board.
There you go.
He said he had 3 starting quarterbacks. He meant it. And Eberle makes the extra point.
He's not making me nervous.
It's just we take the play-by-play guy gets a lot of the whole announcer jinx thing. So if he's going to miss, it's going to be on somebody else's game. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't see Utah State again to the last game of the regular season. So, I hope he still got it going.
There you go.
He'll be at New Mexico, and hopefully it's still rolling. How about Peasley? He's the new big man on campus.
Yeah.
I just go in there, and that's just what I do.
He probably showed up today and didn't even expect to get into the game. Next thing you know, 50-yard touchdown, there you go.
Second touchdown of the day, less than a minute. That's 3 on the season. That was a whopping 31-second drive as we go to Danny.
Well, just to your point there, Eddie, I do want to mention that Coach said at halftime that these guys that get in, if they're not ready to go, that Coach Anderson was going to be not happy about that. So good thing that these guys seem ready to jump in there, right? I also want to discuss the poll results, of course, and we asked which player was the most impressive tonight, and 48% of you went with Jordan Love, and I don't doubt why, but then also 30% of you went with Warren. And then some of you gave a shout out there to Jack Cassidy. 13% of you said that he was impressive, which is totally understandable considering he was not the starting quarterback coming into this game.
Look at that. Cassidy getting some love. Now, the question, if we could really go deeper into the results, would be, did anybody from Utah State vote for Jack Cassidy, or was that purely a Stony Brook thing? I don't know. I don't have the technology understanding to know if they can find out where the votes come from.
Some sympathy votes. I could see that happening. Utah State fans are pretty generous, pretty nice people.
Now, you were disappointed that Henry Columbi wasn't one of the choices, and I'm now upset that Andrew Peasley wasn't on it.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
I mean, he looked real. How about this? If the poll question was, who surprised you the most with their speed tonight? Andrew Peasley.
Number one.
No question. 100%.
100%. I'd even vote.
You take the time out of your schedule up here to vote. That's nice. That's the beauty of, you young Thundercats. You can do multitasking, not like us old guys. You can do it all. All right, 55-7 our score, 13:45 to go in the fourth quarter.
If I'm Gene Constant, I'm telling my blockers, hey, we're running this back no matter what.
Hey, our friends at Nevada, the Wolfpack, who last week beat Purdue, they had quite an eye-opening experience. So they're in the midst of it. They're losing at Oregon 63-6. After beating Purdue, I thought, I didn't expect them to win at Oregon, but I thought they'd make it interesting for a little bit.
Put up a fight.
Yeah. Maybe Oregon's really back.
That quarterback's pretty good.
Yeah. And the Pac-12 could use some love.
Do you think he goes number one?
Yeah, I've always promised myself that I know nothing about player personnel and to stay out of it.
But that's what makes it fun.
I get to have an opinion too?
Yeah, no one cares if you're wrong.
Okay, well, what about Jordan Love?
I would love that.
He'd love to see Love go number one. It's Cassidy, and Cassidy's making guys miss and gets the first down. That's why he got 5% of the vote.
Like it. Maybe he was motivated by seeing that last play by Utah State.
He's like, I'm not doing, Peasley can run, but so can I.
Yeah. Do you one better? It's a nice fake right there. Cassidy's showing that he's an athlete. And then lowering his shoulder.
Well, one of the things that Coach Priori told us, his second key was that they needed to throw it successfully and have a variety in the passing game. Through the air, they're 15 of 32 for 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And Cassidy basically was just throwing that one away.
They've run that boot a million times. I'd love to see him run a double move out there, try to get a big gain.
You've been calling for the double move all night.
They don't like it. I don't know what's going on.
Do you think they're worried that they don't have the time to protect it?
Well, when you roll the quarterback out, you're getting them away from the rush. So there's time to do it. They just not doing it.
Catch is made after a gain of 6 yards. That's Jaquel Webb, number 18, redshirt sophomore from Brooklyn, New York.
It's an efficient play. Great timing, great route. They're going to be happy with that execution when they watch that play on tape.
Third down. Cassidy, and that throw is high. He was looking for Webb again.
Just getting a little bit chippy on the field. A little bit of extra pushing after the whistle.
I mean, you come all the way out from New York, trying to bring your A game. I wouldn't say that the Aggies have been really warm guests. They're just taking it to them. Things are going to get a little chippy at some point.
Yeah, tired, frustrated. I get it.
And number 13, Devin Tompkins.
Nathan and Tompkins are deep for the Aggies. Rugby-style punt. It's going to be Nathan from his own 15. And Nathan, a solid return across the 35-yard line.
I like it. Nothing fancy, just catching the ball and getting up the field. Positive play, getting the ball back to the offense.
So which did you prefer? Did you prefer to catch a touchdown pass or have a return for a touchdown?
No, the return was by far better.
Yeah, just more excitement.
Yeah, and it's a game-changing play, you know, something that you don't see too often.
And it gets everyone so jacked up.
It gets the fans involved. It gets everybody excited. The defense excited to come out and play and make a play. So definitely a punt return.
Punt return more than a kickoff return?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because people don't understand how hard it is to actually just catch a punt. When you have 11 guys running down trying to take your head off, and you're just looking up at the ball hoping your blockers did their job. So, I mean, punt returns are definitely tougher than kickoff returns, by far.
Yeah, there's guys right much closer to you than on a kick return when that ball gets there.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so we got big news on Instagram, and I think this could change everything right here. Everything as you know it could be different after you see this Instagram post. And I hope that Danny is listening to me. So, turns out, Danny, you have a marriage proposal.
What?
Danny, will you marry me?
Oh, my goodness.
So you got a decision to make. I don't know when he wants an answer by, but...
Man, guys, I'm really sorry to inform you, but I have a boyfriend that probably would not be thrilled about that question, but I do appreciate the love. Am I blushing?
Yeah.
Am I Stony Brook red right now? I might be.
I mean, like you said the word boyfriend, not husband, so this guy's still got a chance, right?
True, boyfriend, true. So what's that say if he's watching, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Put the pressure on. Full court press right now.
It sounds like he's got to get some things worked out and get over to the store and get himself a rock because the other guy's ready.
Well, I appreciate the marriage proposal. Very much CRM fit.
Yeah, I mean, I like how the guy didn't even want to meet you first.
Yeah.
Let's go right to marriage.
I like really nice dinners, steak, and you can just win me over with dessert and a lot of whipped cream on top of the dessert with ice cream.
Can we go back to the picture? I want to see what he put in this thing on. We're wondering if it was like an empty box of cake or cookies or let's see what he's got here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like he's offering you donuts and a marriage proposal.
Donuts. I do love donuts, guys. Whew.
He studied you.
I mean,
Yeah.
if my boyfriend Jeff is paying attention right now, he needs to step his game up.
Oh, that's good stuff. See, that's where being on Facebook and Instagram adds to when you've got a blowout game. Keeps the fun going. Travis Bowman, the catch. Beasley in for his second series. He's already run one in for a touchdown. Here he gets, oh, ouch, Derek Wright. And a flag's coming in. And I don't know why Stony Brook's celebrating so much. There's going to be 2 penalties on that. Now, I just don't understand the reaction by Jabari Reddick. He's celebrating a player going down. And his teammates are telling him to stop it. And they're going to take him out of the game. And Priori is hot with him. He says, hey, this is not what it's about. That play 20 years ago, fans would have been okay with. But now what we know about head injuries, that's no longer funny.
Yeah, that's especially to be applauding after that, seeing the guys hurt. It doesn't represent what Stony Brook wants to do, so I understand why coaches being angry about that and pulling them off the field. No one likes to see somebody else get hurt, especially potentially a head injury. So, yeah, that's not a good play.
No, everything was wrong about all that. And they're going to look and see if they're going to throw him out of the game. Now, from that look, it doesn't look all that gruesome. Let's take it from this one. I mean, he led with the helmet. You can't lead with the helmet.
And you can appreciate the big hit, but it's almost what he did after the play that kind of makes you say that that's not right. I mean, everybody's competitive out here, and we understand that, but sportsmanship is key, especially in college football.
Right, because it's not just about the football game, right? It's about developing young people into adults and making good decisions and how we treat each other, and you don't celebrate when you hurt the guy on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's exactly why Coach pulled him off. That's not the example he wants to set for the younger guys watching plays like that.
Danny, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it was very bizarre because I will say a lot of players on Stony Brook seemed to be celebrating at first. I think maybe they just heard a hard hit, maybe didn't see exactly what had happened because Priori, I just made eye contact with Coach Priori and he did not look happy whatsoever. But I will say the first thing I saw when he hit the ground, he was moving his fingers, he was talking to his athletic staff, and then you saw him be able to walk off the field. So let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, it's really just that it wasn't a defenseless player. It's just he led with the crown of the helmet. And that's what he did wrong there.
Yeah, I take a look down at the sideline. I see Kamara with his arm around him. That's great veteran leadership right there.
It's the right call. It wasn't targeting. It was a personal foul.
Yeah, I think he tried to hit him the correct way. But it just didn't happen that way. It's just the reaction.
Yeah, no, the reaction just wasn't very sportsmanlike. It felt like he was almost taunting him.
Yeah, it's a learning experience for him. He's still a young kid.
Yeah.
You know, and he wants to compete. We get that part of it. Just clean up the rest of it.
But then when he kept clapping, I just felt like this just did more and more to upset the fans here.
Yeah, I get that. It was a little bit overboard, and I don't see him back out there, so I don't know if Coach is going to put him back in or not. It's a great learning experience for that kid.
Yeah, well, following the penalty, it'll be first down. I'd like to see Peasley. I just want to see him make some throws down the field. I want to see what kind of arm he's got.
Yeah, you saw what he could do with his legs.
Right.
Now let's see if he can actually throw the ball, which I think he can. Oh, but that last play as a receiver might have some choice words from my quarterback, leaving me out to dry like that.
Oh, you thought that he put him in a bad spot there?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Now, I'm familiar with all the guys that you played with in the NFL, but I got a feeling the one you were probably least likely to come back and say something to was Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
I don't think Phillip wanted to hear about it.
Nah, he kind of just writes you off. And he's a fiery guy, so he'd come right back at you. No curse words, no anything, but the look in his eye was enough to tell you, I'm going to leave this guy alone.
All right, back to football. 11:51 to go in the fourth. Peasley's going to step up. Showed a little shake there. Picks up 4 yards on first down.
It's a good job stepping up in the pocket. Nothing available downfield.
Oh, look at him here, Peasley. It's like he's got a turbo mode that nobody else has. He's fast.
Yeah, he's a little slow to get up right now.
Now let's see if he's okay. Picked up 21 yards on the play. Oh, I think his head just hit the turf. Do you see how the back of his head kind of slammed into the turf?
Yes, I saw that. Initially, I thought it was an ankle or something, maybe a knee, but let's see his head. Hopefully it's not anything serious. Yeah, a little bit of whiplash. He's had success. He's been exciting to watch.
Really exciting.
I think he's such a good athlete that they can move him over to receiver until it's his time to play quarterback. Not that they need the help, but hey.
Well, maybe it is something with a foot because he's not putting any weight on his right foot. You might have had it right, Eddie. Yeah, just to give you an idea, Peasley, 3 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
Hate to see that for him. He came in and had such a big day. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. That kid's got a bright future here.
Yeah, he does. Fortunately for him, though, he's just a redshirt freshman. So Columbia's back out there. Columbia faked the bad snap and then hands it off. Nawahine, nice carry.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard to come back into a game.
When you think you're done, right?
Yeah, you got the hat on, you're relaxing, you're talking to people, looking in the stands.
Again, it's Nawahine, and he's close but does not have enough for a first down. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, I see Columbia on those fakes. There's no chance I see him keeping the ball. I think he's handing it off every time.
After you just saw one other quarterback get hurt, there's no reason to put yourself in harm's way.
I agree with that.
Columbia gets it to Tompkins. Watch out, everybody. Touchdown, Aggies. Tevin Tompkins. He's only a sophomore. I guarantee you that people are watching him on tape going, wow, that kid is quick.
That is elite quickness. I mean, that move right there. And then the burst to get upfield. He had people coming after him. That guy's a legit 4-3. Normally when people say a 4-3 guy, they're normally like a 4-4, maybe even 4-5. That guy, he's legit.
Well, I spent the whole month of August with Kansas City Chiefs, and I'll tell you, they have 4 guys. They call them the Legion of Zoom. They're all under 4.4 guys, and it's just so much speed. It's just ridiculous.
And then you add that quarterback that they have. Yeah. That's going to be a scary offense.
Yeah. But look at Tompkins here. I mean, as soon as he got it, I thought this isn't going to go well for Stony Brook.
But then the burst.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at him. He almost reminds you of a little Deshaun Jackson out there.
That's quite a compliment.
Yeah, I mean.
I like it.
I came in with D-Jack, and I saw him up close and personal, and D-Jack can fly. He's one of the fastest guys I've ever seen in person. Congrats to him for still playing. He's been at, what is it, 12 with the Eagles?
Yeah. Yeah, he's back, and he's got a guy who can chuck it. That offense is loaded. He can be the guy, at the top end of that play, going for 50 or 60 yards. So I just want you to know that Utah State now has 695 yards of offense. Wow. Now let's go to our play of the game. Here's our play of the game. Andrew Peasley showing off as though he has maybe 4.4 speed. You're the judge. You can see.
He looked like it. I mean, at least the 4.5. And for a quarterback, that's fast. That's blazing.
And for everybody at home who I know wants to know, Eddie Royal ran a 4.3, just so we're clear on that. He is speaking from rarefied speed. He is on another level.
I did it at the Combine, so that makes it real.
That's legit.
There you go.
Danny, what is new?
So guys, this is obviously a blowout game, but I want to talk a little bit about the stats on when Utah State plays in close games, because they're very different than what you're seeing here tonight. They're actually 4-13 in games decided by less than a touchdown. So the final year of Gary Anderson's first stint at Utah State, that was when the Aggies, really made their jump from an irrelevant program to a bigger powerhouse program. But now they're just looking for a big, meaningful win against a powerhouse school. But if you go back the last 10 years, they've been close games, but they just haven't been able to get over that hump. And then just another stat here for you. When you narrow the field to games within 3 points instead of just a touchdown, the Aggies are actually 1-10. So it's like these blowout wins are great for their confidence level, but it also isn't really preparing them for when they do face an opponent that can close the gap.
Well, it's a wonderful point, and it actually goes right to last year, that they were killing everybody, and then they went to Boise State and were in a close game, and they didn't come up with the plays down the stretch. I think that point is really well taken, because it doesn't help you play well in close games if you're always beating the heck out of your opponents.
But you also think back to the drive before the half and why Coach Anderson would be upset about it. You need to execute in situations like that.
Situational football.
The 2-minute drive is how you win games. Executing the 2-minute drive, and they didn't do that. That was a perfect example of why they didn't win some of the close games, not executing in the 2-minute situation.
1st and 10 at the 25 for the Seawolves. A little more than 10 minutes remaining in this one. On the ground, it's Neckhet. And running the ball has been a struggle throughout the day. Utah State is running for 309 yards. The Seawolves have run it for 97 yards. Total yards, 695 to 222.
Still waiting on that shot. I'm holding out hope.
Cassidy rolling out. And they finally get one of those rollouts to work. Let's see who's under there. That's Helms.
Yeah, they like getting Cassidy out on the edge. It's just a part of their offense. Delivers an accurate throw. Maybe a little high for the receiver, but the receiver makes a big-time catch for him and pulls it in, and they get a first down out of it.
Neckhet, and he stood up after, maybe we'll call it a gain of 2.
I like to see Stony Brook throw the ball on first down. It's been a lot of runs, just very, very methodical, just kind of going through the motions on first down. I like to see them try a play-action pass, just try to change it up a little bit for this Utah State defense.
Cassidy. Well, he almost threw that right to Utah State. He was lucky there. Dalton Baker was right there.
Just another boot. It looks like the same play over and over again, and if it's working, keep going to it, and why get flashy?
Mixed results, I would say, thus far on the rollouts. But it has taken away one thing I'm sure they were concerned about, and that was the Aggie pass rush. And we haven't talked about Tipa Nalea maybe just once or twice.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he's not in the game anymore, but when he was, the rollouts helped. Cassidy to throw, and that is complete. J.P. Roan, his first catch of the game, gives the Seawolves a first down.
Yeah, Cassidy might want this one back. If he maybe threw the ball a little bit higher, they had a chance for a catch and run. But as a receiver going over the middle, keeping me safe, you're good in my book.
It's the third straight home game for Utah State that they've scored over 60 points. Neckhet picks up 2 yards. Second and 8 on the 47. Hey, this Cassidy's done a pretty good job in there. 13 of 24, 123 yards. He's also rushed twice for 13 yards. But that pass got away from him. He had Neckhet available in the flat. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
It almost seemed like his numbers should be better than that. I thought that he was pretty accurate with the ball other than that last throw we just saw. Thought he was playing a pretty good game. And he got some votes on the poll question.
He did. So he got 5%.
Obviously, I'm not the only one who thought that.
Blitz is coming. Cassidy gets drilled, and it's incomplete. And that's Grayson coming in there. Grayson's already got a pick, and he just came in and absolutely crushed the quarterback.
Grayson has done a great job blitzing today. He delivers a hit to Cassidy that just, you don't want to see your quarterback take these hits late in the game. And as a receiver, you got to look that ball in. Your quarterback's taking that hit for you to deliver you the ball. You got to look it all the way in and make the tough catch for your guy.
Mitchell Wright on for another punt. Nathan and Tompkins wait at their own 10-yard line. And the Seawolves don't get a good bounce, so it'll be a touchback. And I don't know if they have a fourth quarterback. I imagine we're going to keep seeing Henry Columbia out there.
Yeah, and if I'm Utah State, I just try to run the ball, limit the amount of times you can put Columbia in danger of getting hurt. Just get out of here. 62-7 right now.
Well, which brings us, Eddie, to our poll question.
There you go.
Will they score 70 points? I'm going with no.
69.
69, that's what I'm saying. They're going to get 69 and stop. I mean, they're definitely not going to kick a field goal at any point. All right, 1973 was the last time they scored 70-plus points. Kind of surprised they didn't do it last year, frankly. There were times where they took they could have scored 80 if they wanted. Riley Burt. Man, he's out of bounds after a gain of 8. I mean, even if they just run it, they could very easily get 14 more points.
I mean, they could, and if Coach allows them to do it, it looks like they can do it. It's going to be up to Coach Anderson whether he wants to do it or not, so we'll see.
I mean, they're right back up on the line of scrimmage. There's still 24 seconds on the play clock. All right, there you go. Slow it down. No hurry, everybody.
See Jordan Love over there barking out signals. He's still involved in the game. That's great to see.
Everything that I've learned about him is that he's just the greatest teammate and just a great guy. He's beloved. And Columbia's going to go down. Loss on the play. Octavian makes the play, the redshirt junior from Naples, Florida.
Can't lie, I'm surprised to see a pass in that situation. But Stony Brook wasn't. Made a great play.
Shifting guys all over the field. That's Tim Patrick now at the top of the screen, number 81. And Columbia's going to throw it, and he'll complete it to Logan Lee. No, it's incomplete. And it's 4th down. I did not expect them to throw twice in that series.
Normally, you want to just keep the clock running. You know, get out of here with the win.
Now I'm saying they're definitely not scoring 70 points.
I tell you what, I give the Utah State fans a lot of credit. I mean, it's 62-7, and they're still out here. It's a good amount of them still here. Normally, you'd see the stands empty, but they're sticking it out with their team.
They're kind of used to their team scoring 60 points at home. 3 straight times. And that ball will be downed at the 43-yard line. I'm still buzzing over the fact that Danny got a marriage proposal on the air. I mean, I've been doing this for 20-some years. It's the first marriage proposal of an on-air person I've ever been a part of.
It's pretty impressive. And did she say no?
It wasn't like an official hard no. It felt like it was a soft no. She wanted her current boyfriend to see what he wanted to do. I think a guy's still got a chance.
Yeah, you better step up.
All right, let's go to Danny.
Oh, you guys, it was a hard no.
Oh.
Come on now. I mean, I got to have a pretty ring and all that stuff. We've got high standards around here. But I do want to share a story because unfortunately we haven't been able to get to it. And it's on the kicker, Nick Courtney, on Stony Brook. And the reason I want to share it is just because I just happened to be told it by the athletic director right before the game. Get this, he actually graduated from Stony Brook, left, went on to start his career. But the Stony Brook kickers in fall camp both hurt their quad. So Coach Priori called up Nick Courtney and said, hey, you've got one more year of eligibility. If we get you into grad school, will you come back? And he was actually in the police academy training, so he was in shape. And he came back. They enrolled him in grad school. And this happened like 5 days before the first game. So they quickly put him in the 5 required practices before their first game at Bryant. And now he is their starting kicker.
That's a pretty good story. I'm glad you got to that.
I know. I just thought I'd share it. It's so interesting.
I mean, you tell when
you think you hang up your hat and then you're here again. You talked about that a second ago, Eddie, when you just come out of the game. Imagine being retired from the game of football in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's some great reporting right there to be able to find that story. And yeah, I mean, normally guys shut it down, get fat, but
he didn't really have time to get fat just yet.
There's not a lot of kicking. Unfortunately, he's not the punter, so. Yeah, we didn't get to really get to that part.
Yeah, no, he hasn't had a lot of chances to kick. He did score a touchdown. He did get an extra point and a kickoff, at least 2. Do you think the guy with the marriage proposal is still watching and now he's brokenhearted that she said a hard no this time?
Oh, I think he's crushed.
Crushed.
Yeah. I mean, she just
go out on a limb like that.
Embarrassed him in front of all these people.
All right, will they score 70 points? Pretty close voting, 52-48. Cassidy, the throw complete. Gain of 6.
Yeah, Coach Priori, he's got to leave feeling good about his quarterback.
Yeah.
And Cassidy came into a hostile environment, and he's performed well.
Oh, nice burst there to pick up another first down for the Seawolves. All right, I want to give some scores. It's been a pretty good day for the Mountain West. San Diego State plays UCLA, and San Diego State wins 23-14. Wow. How about that? I called the San Diego State game last week. I wouldn't have thought they could beat anybody. It was a 6-0 game that was not very easy to watch. But hey, that's a great win for Rocky Long and the Aztecs. Boy, if you're a Bruin fan, that's got to sting.
Yeah, that's devastating. They took the shot. Cassidy threw it downfield. They didn't complete it, but
Jake Pitcher. So the drive, good looking drive. They've had several good drives in the second half.
Yeah, Cassidy's done it. He's done a really, really good job of coming in and taking over this offense and getting some yards. Now they just got to put up the points.
Neckhead gets it inside the 25.
I think Coach Priori's going to have something to decide when he gets home, because Fields is such a good athlete. If he doesn't win the quarterback position, what do you do with him? Because he's one of the better athletes on the team. Do you change positions for him? I think he's such an explosive athlete that you find a way to get him out there on the field so he can make plays for you, even if he's not the starting quarterback.
The throw almost picked off. Vanderman
just reading the eyes of Cassidy. Cassidy maybe stared down this route a little bit too much, and linebacker was able to get underneath that and almost make a play.
Third and short. Neckhead trying to push that pile. It's going to depend on the spot. I think he's short. Going to bring up fourth and less than a yard. You know a play that I grew up watching that you see in the NFL, but you don't see in college, and you don't see it in high school, and that's the quarterback sneak. Because they're always in the sprint. No one's under center anymore.
Yeah, you make it tough. I don't love being in the shotgun all the time.
And Cassidy keeps it himself, gets drilled, ball's out. Ball's out. Recovered. I'm not sure who has it, but it was 4th down anyway. And that's why I prefer the quarterback sneak, so your quarterback isn't out exposed and getting hit like that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this play, but I tell you what, it shows the toughness of Cassidy. You would have thought this was a close game, but he lowers his shoulder and tries to get a yard.
Cash Gilliam, number 5, just said hello and welcome to Utah.
Gilliam's a big hitter.
Yeah.
And I hate to see that for Cassidy, walking off the field like that, but hey, you got to commend his effort. It was 1 yard, and he tried to go get it for his team. His teammates ought to respect this guy, seeing how much he loves the game and wants to compete, and he did that for everybody on the sideline. So if I'm on Stony Brook, I'm going to commend him and tip my hat to him and just know that we got a guy that's going to fight to the end for us.
He's a gamer. All right, but answer me this question. You're a bright guy. Maybe you can answer it. Just because you run the spread, why can't you still get the quarterback under center and run the quarterback sneak? Why can't you do both?
I agree, and I think they should. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, you only got a few inches. You got to, just put the quarterback under center and just quarterback sneak. I mean, how many times have we seen Tom Brady sneaking for you?
Exactly. You're making yourself.
It's a very effective play.
Yeah.
Wayne Lean. Oh, I butchered it. After all the times I practice it. Nawahine. Thank you. By the way, I want to give some credit to Utah State. I don't recall them having, see where the down marker is? It's digital now. Remember they used to just flip it?
I saw that.
And that's high end.
Yeah.
Nawahine, again, the ball carrier. So we have less than 2.5 minutes to go. I don't think I've ever seen where they do it digital. Makes great sense.
It's kind of cool.
It is. And there it is.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, they may have done it in other games, and I don't remember, but that's the first time I can recall talking about it. Oh, it's the first time here.
It makes his job a lot easier. Do you know how annoying it is to flip that thing every play?
No, I have no idea. Is it that annoying? Oh, so I've been told.
It just looks annoying.
Yeah, the whole Mountain West has moved to these. And apparently it was at San Diego State last week, so you can just color me stupid. Logan Lee, the catch, and out of bounds after he picks up the first down. All right, so they've just set a new record here at Utah State with 35 first downs tonight. Eddie, are you hungry?
I'm starving. Where's the food?
Here's our moment of the game. It's the pizza.
I wish I could have been a part of it. Looks good.
Especially because a couple guys took 2 slices. You could have gotten 1.
A guy's got 3 right there. Oh, it's a girl.
The girl took 3. I mean, I thought they're all in this together.
What is it, freshman 15?
Oh, wow.
It's a thing.
It
Sorry.
is. It's
Sorry.
a thing. I didn't know we were going to go there, but it's early in the year.
Can we edit that? Can we take it back? I apologize.
I think it's all good. It's 62-7. You could squeeze one liner in like that per game. Nawahine, another carry. I'll tell you this, the Seawolves are still playing hard. I give them credit. They are playing the full 60 minutes. And that will be the final play of the game.
It was fun.
It was fun. All right. What's your takeaway from what you learned about both these teams today?
Well, Stony Brook is what we thought they were. You know, hard-nosed team that's going to run the ball and play solid, aggressive defense. And Jordan Love is as good as advertised. I mean, every question I had about him, he answered. And I think a lot of NFL teams are going to be interested in him and hoping that he declares for the draft.
Love for Heisman?
At this point, I mean,
I'm putting you on the spot. I mean, we don't know the numbers from around the country.
Very true, but then he's got games against LSU and a lot of big other games. He's got to play really well in those situations to be up for the Heisman, but right now it's still early.
It is early. Lots of cool fans here tonight. Who is the fan of the game? People want to know. Oh, it's the two of them. If you're wearing overalls and you're in the student section, they're the fans of the game, and I'm not sure what kind of suntan that one gentleman's working with. I guess that truly is a farmer tan. He went all in on the costume. I got the overalls and the farmer tan.
Yeah, it looks like it hurts.
That was the line of the night. There we go, and it does look painful. Let's go to Danny.
Well, guys, before we all sign off here tonight, I just wanted to thank everybody for watching, for posting your photos, commenting back and forth with us, and finally, I wanted to really quickly give a shout out to Eddie. Ari, I know you're in this with me when you say he did such a great job. This was his first time on a broadcast, and he did just awesome. So I wanted to give some kudos up there to our partner in the booth.
I echo that sentiment. Great job by Eddie Royal. Welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you. You guys made it easy on me. I really appreciate it.
It was good fun, and Utah State, a big winner, 62-7, as they improved to 1-1 on the season. The Seawolves are also 1-1. A big thanks to our entire Pro Angle crew. Pro Angle Media gets it done once again. Big thanks to Stadium on behalf of Danny Kluppinger and Eddie Royal. I am Ari Wolf saying good night from Logan, Utah, where the Aggies had it rolling. We'll see them again later in the year on Stadium. Have a great week, everybody.